big? First off, second off, who got a beard because of James Harden?
Yeah,
No,
I just tried to go live for another time. Hopefully it works this time, because if not, we're screwed.
Why wouldn't they let us go live again?
It's something with the audio.
Oh, so what? We're not going live today, or?
No, we're live right now.
Okay.
Act normal.
Normal acting. Nah, but I didn't think when you said James, like I wasn't even, because I know the tier list could have go ridiculous, but I wouldn't have James 2. I think he was first before 2, and he got bumped down. Which I was like, whoa. I was like, oh.
And like I said, you didn't hear me making noise, make not a sound.
Yeah, one was crazy though.
All right.
Tier 1 for James Harden is kind of nasty. I
said by default because of the rule change. What more influence do you want when we talk about this as a criteria, as a whole?
But that's the point. That's the point that you're talking about. It's a whole. So yes, you got the rule change, and I'll say they'll bump him up to tier 4 because of that. That is. There's nothing else.
That is number one on the list for like most influential. If you have that on your resume, dog, my existence in the basketball space, period, forced the league, the best league in the world, to make a change. I don't know. I don't know where y'all heads is at, Bert. That's the
I'm
qualifying. That's the qualifying factor right there.
I would think what's the name was more influential than James Harden too. Vince Carter.
I'm not arguing that.
That's how I'm viewing it. And Vince is at
just because I say if you change the game, like the rules makes you automatic default, doesn't mean that players that didn't change the rules can't be ahead of this guy.
Well, I don't like that. The reason I don't like when you say that with James is because I hate that rule change. Like,
it is what it is.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't hate it more than Hack-a-Shack.
Play defense.
I don't hate it more than Hack-a-Shack.
Every other rule change, like let's say when AI crossover in the rule book before AI started crossover, that was called a carry. They just implant, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a carry. Like,
but his rule change, I wasn't thinking about AI's rule change with the crossover. I'm thinking dress code.
Oh no, dress code.
The reason why the NBA
fashion
is fashionable today is because of Allen Iverson, because dudes had to get fresh without being, in street clothes.
AI used to be he used to be crazy, bro.
Shout out Light Out Sports, who said he's watching Player's Choice with his church. # we are not the same. Dubs, brother.
Yes, sir. Praise the Lord.
Dub. No, but that's what I said. You don't always have to say what you're thinking.
I have to. It's my persona, bro.
All right, praise the Lord then. Ron is allegedly the host of this show. How does everybody feel about that for this episode?
I believe in Ron's hosting skills.
I do too. He hosts for Player's Choice Gridiron.
JD skipped out on Player's Choice to play basketball this morning. How do we feel about that?
And let him get some runs in, bro.
Ball is life, I guess.
Yes, sir. Jay's a hardworking man, and he needs time off.
Just to kind of revisit, Kobe not being a top 5 Laker of all time. We all agree that he's probably one, if not one.
I think he's one.
Does anybody have him anywhere else?
I could maybe see him at 2 behind Magic, but I wouldn't argue for it.
Do you think the heartache and everything like that kind of pushes him above Magic in that regard then? Do you think it'll wear off? The younger generation that don't know Kobe, like kids that are like 1 or 2 years old that'll look at Kobe the same way the 20-year-olds are looking at MJ.
Well, of course they won't look at it that way because it's a field thing, but it won't wear off because Kobe won't ever come back. So for us, that probably won't wear off. But I was saying Kobe was goated before he passed away, and I had Kobe number 2 all time for the last 5 years, like last 7-8 years. Like Shaq hated it.
I'm just saying whatever Michael Jordan is to the younger generation now is what Magic it was to us or is to us. And
what,
so
Magic or what Kobe?
Goated even for us.
My
Kobe's
take.
the same
Shaq,
way.
you hated my Kobe take. You just started
show. I came around at the end of summer. And I was like, I was tired of everybody saying that he's a carbon copy of Michael Jordan. So then why is he not in front of everybody else as well? How does that take away from your greatness just because you play similar to another player or you mimicked your game? Then everybody should try that. Clearly, it worked for him.
Yeah, I think that's a bad argument. Just
what's the argument? What's a bad argument?
The fact that because you're influenced by someone else, that means you can't be just as great or whatever. Because I think
that disqualifies players in people's minds.
Yeah, it's just like you don't have
like you can never be that. Like why would I settle for Kobe when I can have MJ type of situation? You know.
I mean,
that's how people thinking.
That's okay because Kobe's still Kobe though. Like Kobe's still.
Chilltown saying Kobe is 11. Chilltown saying Kobe is 11 is I don't want to curse this early in the show, so I'm gonna save it. But that's so wild to me to not have Kobe top 10. How is he not over Larry Bird? That like I'm sorry that I'm still on this Larry Bird train, but I mean that's just easy pickings. Wherever Tim Duncan is, I feel like Kobe should be right there with him. How is Kobe not over Shaq? Because of what? Dominance? He still has 5 rings. It's the same reason you guys put MJ over LeBron because of rings.
Man,
that's a
magic, bro.
That's a heavy.
Chilltown. You naming some of the players I don't think you should attack for the Chilltown argument. Larry Bird maybe, but like I said, his could be Kobe 11 because he had like 4 or 5 players in there that I never even seen. You know, he's older, so his feel of seeing like Wilt, his feel of seeing Russell, all those stuff is different. You know. Like it's different.
Are we talking top 10 in general? Or are we talking the Lakers?
No, his
top 5?
His top 10 in general. He doesn't have Kobe, but he got like 5 players. He got Russell in there. He had I forgot who he had in there, but some players that we never even seen.
But like
let me ask you this though. Do you think there are people out there, or maybe I'm asking just y'all? Do you think there, like, it's possible for Shaq to be lower than Kobe as far as top Laker, but higher than Kobe in the top 10 list, period, in the league all time?
I have him in that. I have him.
A lot of people do that though.
I have Shaq above Kobe, but I have Kobe above Shaq.
Because yesterday we was talking about Yao and like longevity in the league and everything like that. And obviously when we're talking about the Lakers, Kobe, 20 years with the same franchise as opposed to Shaq, who only played for a little bit and then went elsewhere.
Well, yeah, Kobe's always gonna mean more to the Lakers than anybody ever. I just think that like he means more to the Lakers, to LA,
not
to
Magic.
The organization. I mean, it's one and the same. Me personally, me being younger and everything, what I've seen a lot more people.
That's a good argument though. Him and Magic for sure.
I think it's
they're right
just
there
the
with
generation.
In that
top 1, top 2.
Yeah, in that, yeah.
The way that they have an influence on the players around them, on the people around them. I mean, Kobe has his own day, bro. It's like, and he had that before, the incident. So it's
what incident? Well, Colorado.
He's talking about his death.
I mean, accident.
Yeah. So that happened before. So he got that love before any of that.
Yeah.
I don't. In Dale, who do you? Well, I mean, we're about to go down and do the verses with Luka and Larry Bird. I'm honestly taking Jokic over both of them. I'm of the fervor. I don't know if I'm using that word right, but I believe in you. Jokic is easier. He's just a better talent overall, hands down, than Luka and Larry Bird to me. Larry Bird cannot do what Luka. Neither one of them can do what Jokic can do.
You should pick your hands up.
Wait.
I don't like. You could say Joker. You could say whatever. I'm arguing for Luka here versus Joker. I think I'm taking Luka over Joker. I am.
Like to build a franchise.
Yes.
And
you think Luka's better?
Hold on. Buddy in the chat. Better, yes. Buddy in the chat has a good point. Luka better, Bird greater. I think a lot of people get confused with somebody's impact on the game and what they meant to the game at a certain amount of time to say Shaq's always disrespecting Bird and Durant, but he said Bird first. I'm not disrespecting Bird. I just don't think his game, even enhanced, what would it look like in today's game? I just haven't seen it. He would just be one of a kind, right?
I think Bird will be able to be completely fine in today's day. Like I told you, like Larry Bird is not flashy, bro. But he doesn't need that much separation.
So he would be top 5?
I think he could be, definitely. Like it's fundamentals, bro. Like he's fundamentally sound. He gets his shots off. He doesn't need a lot of space. He doesn't need to do no crazy movement. His post bag is good. He could play make for others. It's very slow and it's not like flashy, but bro, it's like Duke ball, bro.
But
at some point you gotta make shots though. I don't care if you're shooting 5 shots. I don't care if you're shooting 30 shots. If you shoot it at a high clip, these shots are gonna go in.
Bet.
He's 6. Isn't he like 6'10" or 6'9"?
6'9".
6'10", long arms. He could shoot over people, bro. It's like I think that could translate well, bro.
So Dirk would be top 5 in this era.
We went through this.
He could be top.
I'm revisiting.
He could be around that round. I don't think it will be as easy because of Jokic and Embiid because of the whole rebounding and defense thing. But I think he could. It's a possibility.
Bet.
I wouldn't have Dirk top 5.
All right, fellas. How you guys living today?
So good.
Everybody cool? Everybody ready to rock and roll? What's up, Euro?
Simon.
Marz?
Good.
How's
What's
life out
good?
in London?
Living good.
Okay. First, I'm gonna open up with a few games that's going on today. I want you guys to tell me who you think's gonna win it. First off, we're gonna start off with the battle in New York. We got the Nets versus the Knicks. Who you guys got?
No Kyrie, right?
No Kyrie.
Nets.
Yeah.
Tough. I think the Knicks gonna win today.
Is Julius Randle playing?
Yeah, he should be.
I'm going Knicks monster game.
He coming off a 30-piece too, right?
Yeah, 36, I want to say, to be exact.
Monster game for
I
Julius.
want Brooklyn to win because I'm just off the Knicks for the last 2 or 3 weeks, but I think the Knicks probably get them today.
Where do they play? At the Garden?
In New York.
Barclay. That's why Kyrie can't play.
He can't play in Madison Square Garden either, can he?
Oh, he can't?
No.
I don't think so. I
Same
probably
state.
got the Nets.
When is Ben Simmons coming back? Is there a timetable for that?
Not yet. I think honestly he probably played like the last 7 or 8 games. So whenever that is. I think Kyrie's around the corner though, to be honest. I think Kyrie will be back full time in about a week and a half.
Okay, the next
You
game
talk
I
to the
got for you
governor?
guys.
Hold on. Let me get this in real quick. There was a question in the chat.
That's his name.
You know the man.
They say, what's worse, having a superstar with a weakness or a flaw in his game, or a superstar not showing up when it matters? I think superstar not showing up when it matters, because you can see Giannis, he has an obvious weakness in his game and he's getting it done. So at the end of the day, it's just, can you get it done or not? I think your great areas can overcome your weak areas, but if you're not showing up, the greatness is neutralized.
Can you even be a superstar if you're not showing up when your team needs you?
I mean, that's the James Harden argument, at least the narrative, right?
And I just looked up.
And Jimmy Butler.
It says Ben Simmons is still far away from playing for the Nets, and he's not even ready to play one-on-one yet.
I still think he'd be back the last 7 to 8 games. I don't know how many games they have remaining though.
About 15.
It's about a month left. Timetable wise.
How dare you throw Jimmy Butler in there? You're gonna get him out of here, bro.
That was a joke.
Man.
Jimmy don't show up. I think Jimmy shows up.
Jimmy shows up, but
if he shows up, then James shows up as well.
Jimmy shows up, but he has lower expectations, so it's easy to exceed them.
What?
It's when you have
that's so hurtful. That is so hurtful.
When you have lower expectations, it's easier to exceed them. When you have high expectations like James Harden, you're always gonna fall short.
That's very true. Jimmy has very low expectations. It's easy for him to clear the bar, and you guys never raise the expectations for him. It's always the same. So what is Jimmy supposed to do this year, Dub?
True. That's true. He's always. You guys keep putting him as an underdog. You can't blame him for everybody sleeping on him. He shows up regardless, though.
What are your expectations of him?
My expectations that we're a championship caliber team. That we can make that push.
That's a funny little response.
That's my expectations. That's my.
And anything more specific, Dub?
What you want me to say that he's gonna play like LeBron James? No, I don't expect that from him.
Low bar.
That's.
You expect him to play better than James Harden?
Probably.
I think Jimmy's disadvantage is that his heart overshadows his talent.
Exactly my point. His expectations isn't high due to
what is heart? What is heart in the league? Because anybody can go out there and just rah, and then it's heart. So can we clarify what heart is?
Yeah, I agree with the rah, but I think there's a certain level of backing up the rah, you know, and Jimmy has had enough success to do that, in my opinion, and he's done it with. I think that bubble run is his star on the resume. You know what I mean? On the report card. That finals run was crazy.
But that report card looks different than all the rest of them.
That is true. But people go to that. Dub, that's your thing, right? That's why you so high on Jimmy, because of that.
I have to.
Yeah,
I mean, I agree with you guys where it's easier to exceed without expectations like that. But I mean, Jimmy's talent is not up there. Jimmy's talent has never been up there. And the way that he was able to get himself out the gutter, I think he came into the league only averaging like 8 points, not even 10 points a game. He never had that. So throughout the years, he's just constantly battling, constantly fighting.
You said he came into the league what?
Averaging like 8 points, I think, right? Or 7?
Came into the NBA?
Yeah, like his rookie year.
I'm confused what you're saying. No, so you're saying his rookie year he averaged 8 points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm confused. You said came into the league like from college. He averaged 8.
Okay. No.
Yeah,
he came into the league. He came into the league without expectations. Everybody's sleeping on him. Him only averaging. He had to work throughout his whole entire career, and that's what built his character. It did, especially with him on the Bulls, and he'll talk about that. Like him and the Bulls with Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah, like they was all going at each other, and that built his character, that built his heart, that built his spirit. You know. I gravitate.
He averaged 3 points his rookie year.
It was 3.
Dub, let me. I gotta ask you this one. If you want to do me this favor, because I want to kind of check your bias scale for accuracy and how far is off the. You know what I mean? Off.
Let's go.
But can you compare Jimmy to a player from the 90s? Like, what do you think is his comp?
Scotty.
What?
That's a similar player. Very similar player.
Scotty who?
But Jimmy is the quote unquote man, and Scotty never was, except for that season when Mike wasn't there.
Oh, wait. Oh, my bad. I thought you was talking about play style.
Wait, so
no.
Wait, I'm lost even there. So are you trying to tell me that Scotty is not a better basketball player than Jimmy Butler? Is that where we're going with this?
I never said that. I thought he was talking about a similar player to Jimmy Butler. So I named a similar player to Jimmy Butler. Defensive guy, not really strong offensively. He could play make for others. I don't think I still said anything wrong.
Because you know what Scotty would do to Jimmy? I'm
not saying he's better than Scotty, Shaq.
Oh, I'm saying I don't know because the difference is Scotty never had the offensive freedom that Jimmy Butler has had throughout all these years.
Jimmy Butler never really had offensive freedom like that.
Dub, what? What do you mean he's never had offensive freedom?
He was on a team with Derrick Rose.
So what does he do?
He had a couple years of offensive freedom when he was playing with D Wade and Rondo. I think that was like 1 or 2. But then after that, he went with Cat. After that, he went with Embiid. Miami is the one time where he actually had offensive freedom.
So on what team? On what team is Jordan? On what team is one of those players Michael Jordan?
Hold on, Shaq. He had offensive freedom since he left the Bulls.
He's always had offensive freedom, and Dub's just sitting here just acting like Jimmy's just going places.
His last year in Chicago, he averaged 24.
That's
Even,
what I
even
said.
Chicago.
I said those last couple. I said the couple years in Chicago
Chicago,
when he had D-Wade
Minnesota,
and Rondo.
Philly, they
Wow.
was giving him the ball at the end of the games.
Yes.
Like,
But I'm
all
talking
that is
about
offensive
I'm talking
freedom.
about number one option. That's what I was talking about. Number one option. That's what I was going off. In Philly, they gave the ball in Jimmy Butler's hands because they trusted Jimmy more than Ben Simmons. That's what happened. But the number one option was Cat. The number one option was Joel Embiid. And the number one option on the Bulls was Jimmy Butler before he left. Right now, the number one option, right now, we playing a system. He's not really, it's a whole system thing. You could say he's the number one option, but the way we play basketball, bro, is whoever eats, eats. That's how he plays, and that's due to him and his unselfishness as well.
He's number one option on Miami Heat, bro.
Yeah, he
No
is.
matter how you ought to like finagle it, he's the number one option.
But the way Shaq is, I know where Shaq's going to go. He's going, oh, why isn't he averaging 20 this, 20 this, 25
I didn't even
points
think
per
about
game?
that.
I know
That
you're
didn't
going
even
down that
cross my
road, bro.
mind.
I know you're going down that road, so I have to clear things for you because, you know, that's what you do sometimes.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I mean, comparing him to Scotty is just wild to me on a lot of fronts.
How?
Because if Scotty
Okay,
didn't play
so-
next to Michael Jordan, he would be better offensively than Jimmy Butler is right now.
He played without him. He only averaged 20 points.
Yeah, one season. I'm talking about maturing over his career. Of course, if you have to defer to the greatest player of all time, arguably every single year, it's going to look like that. How is he gonna average more points? You know what? Let's just move
And
along.
that's also in the system. They didn't change the system, did they? Not to my knowledge. They just kept running the same type of stuff. Even with Scotty, they just said, you do what Mike did. And I don't know if a tailor-made offense for a specific player is going to be good for anybody coming in trying to fill the void, regardless of how great you are.
So Scotty, you said Scotty averaged 20 points.
Do you think, do you think Scotty is at his best in a triangle when he's the main guy? I don't think that at all. You know, at all.
I think he's asking you.
Yes.
Asking me?
Yeah, asking
No,
you,
Dub.
Shaq. Oh, wait. You
No,
were
I'm
talking
asking
to-
Dub. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
like,
I thought he was talking to Shaq. My bad. So what was the question?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
My bad.
Because you kind of diminished Scotty and his offensive just impact on the Bulls, and I said in that short time when Michael Jordan was gone, I don't remember the Bulls changing it up offensively. And
No, they
so
didn't.
to plug Scotty in and just say you do what Mike did,
Mhm.
that's not the right.
At the end of the day, I have to go off of what I seen. And what I seen with Scotty, I didn't see a great score. Regardless of what you say, he could have polished his game or whatnot. I didn't see that great of a score. So I can't just because saying he played with Michael Jordan.
So
one of the
it's
greatest scorers ever.
okay, but it's weird to
I
me.
can't sit here and say that.
So did Jimmy Butler get better over the years offensively?
Yes, he did.
Does every player get better over the years offensively when they're leading a team? Majority.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's
When you get
weird to
more
me.
opportunities, yeah.
So it's weird to me in the chat where they're saying, "No, Shaq, Scotty wasn't getting no better offensively with or without Mike. He was who he was." I don't.
We can't assume that though because we haven't seen that. We can't assume that Scotty.
So every other player gets better offensively, but Scotty would not.
Bro, but we
Scotty
we
would have
don't
for
know.
sure got
We
better.
don't know.
You
We
don't
don't know
even
his
have to
ceiling,
say
though.
it.
We don't know his ceiling though.
But Andrew
don't?
Wiggins can. All right.
Andrew Wiggins isn't better offensively right now.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think Kawhi Leonard would have been the same player had he came up the same time as Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili?
No.
Dub,
I don't know.
like, would he been able to show everything he's showing on offense when they're not there? No, of course he wouldn't, because he has people holding that back. The fact that he came in a time, he got the MVP averaging 13 or 14 points, and then they're on their way out, they gave him more freedom. Scotty aligned with Mike, so it was hard for him. That one year was 21 points or 22 points when he was a first team All NBA after Mike left, but that was his legit first year. And then the next year he's calling Mike back, and then boom, you got to go back into a row. But Scotty for sure.
But Del, I'm
would've-
not saying it is impossible. I've never uttered those words. I'm saying I have to go based off what has happened and what we've seen. Just because I'm saying.
But no, it's the question is being asked. Like, you can't, if you go based on what you've seen, there's no point in having the conversation.
We
Honestly,
shouldn't have it then. We should
Yeah,
have
right.
been.
You know, because you're not gonna give Scotty any credit. Which is
I don't
kinda
understand how Scotty reached his ceiling. I don't get that. How people are saying
offensively at all. I don't think.
I don't even think he came close. I don't even think he even came close.
Ceiling, which is the point. We
You
don't
don't know anyone's ceiling until they reach it.
exactly. But I can't sit here. It's the same thing we do. You guys, LeBron fans, do for LeBron James. Oh, if KD never joined the Warriors, he's winning 3 rings. You don't know that. I don't know that. He could have lost to anybody.
Yeah, I know.
But I can't sit here and assume all of this because I don't know.
That's fair. Shout out Victor Callis sending $1.99, and he said the Miami Heat winning the chip this year. Two-way Tommy in the chat. What's good? I really don't have time for this nonsense today, two-way. I don't. Just cut it out, please, because then I ask people to come up here and they shit their pants. So stop, two-way. Stop. You're talking about we got a guy from UK that's talking basketball. I know he'll torch you. You're saying I don't watch basketball. I'm pretty sure I'll context binge you to death. Just knock it off. Just leave the chat, please. I'm not gonna ban you. You can talk all you want to. I enjoy it actually. But you guys do this and I offer you a seat at the throne and you guys all just get scared. Not all of you. I'm sorry, not all of you, but some of you. So if you're gonna talk spicy in the chat, I offer everybody to come up here and speak their piece. I don't have. Ron, please.
And there you have it. So the next game of the day that I want you guys to predict for me, we got the Dallas Mavericks and we got the Boston Celtics. Who you guys taking today?
That's a great game. Where's it played at?
It's in Boston.
Boston.
Euro?
I'm voting for JT.
Okay, Marz?
I might take Dallas.
Shaq?
In Boston, I'm going with JT.
Dale?
I'm gonna go Dallas.
Okay. We got one last game, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a sweep. But somebody happens to be on a hot streak right now. 2 50-point games in the last week. We got LeBron James and the Lakers versus a Chris Paul-less Phoenix Suns. In Phoenix, though. Who you taking, Dub?
Phoenix.
Euro?
Phoenix and who?
And the Lakers.
Phoenix.
Marz?
Yeah, Phoenix for sure.
Shaq?
Dub, you wanna put up that case of Henny that I'm about to owe you for Miami coming in first on this game, or?
Nah. We already made the bet.
Yeah. But I mean, we see that Miami's probably gonna finish top 4. Hats off to them.
Dub is tasting the Henny already. He's not that.
I would much rather owe you 2 cases. Yeah. That's 8 bottles.
And you
Double or nothing, like this. Double or nothing. Scared money don't make money.
This. Bro, that is wild, bro.
I mean, you don't think Phoenix is gonna beat them?
Don't forget our bet, Dub.
What's our bet? If they beat the Bucks and Bulls?
Yeah.
Okay. And a cat.
You know the wager too, right?
I got to think about something to do to you.
Pause. Hey, yo.
Well, we said, I know, bro. But we said, the cat jersey for a Henny bottle.
Oh, I'll send you a Henny bottle. Okay.
No, I send you one if you win, but if you lose, you got to wear a cat jersey on the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
All right.
So are you putting up? Are you putting up this bet, Dub? Or are you staying away from that? You afraid? You're a little afraid of LeBron James. Remember, you always say my favorite player.
I'm not losing these 2 cases of Henny, Shaq.
To LeBron.
We can make a new deal if you want, but that 2 cases of Henny is getting sent.
It's only 1 case right now.
One? No, yeah. I'm fine. That 1 case of Henny is getting sent. I'm not losing that.
Are you scared of LeBron James?
No, I want my case of Henny, and I don't want to take chances on losing it at all.
In a 2-way Tommy, DM me on IG. DM me. And you directed some slights at War Machine. He's from the UK. I'm anxious to see how this is going to turn out for you.
Yeah, what did I do to him? I don't even know who he is.
I guess guys in the UK don't know hoop. I used to think you guys didn't know how to rap either. big misjudgment for me.
Yes.
Not only can you rap, but you guys are elite.
The UK is lit, bro.
Good shows there.
Dale, who's your prediction on the Lakers versus Suns?
Lakers.
Okay. All right, fellas, y'all ready to get into this Larry versus Luka?
Get it.
Let's get right.
Y'all ready to do this?
Yo, Ron, Hunter Harmon sent a $1.99 donation. He said, rank the top 5 deepest NBA teams for the season. We can revisit that later in the show. Just let's not forget it.
All right, most definitely. What is it? Top 5 what?
Deepest NBA teams this season.
Bet. Appreciate you, Hunter. We're definitely going to get into that. But right now, we have Luka Doncic versus Larry Legend. We're going to start with scoring ability. I'm gonna just start with the order I got. I got Dale first, Dub, Euro, Shaq, Marz. All right, let's kick it off. Dale, scoring ability. Who you got?
Luka.
Dub.
Luka.
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 Okay. Playmaking.
Luka.
Luka.
Euro.
I want to say Bird, actually.
Shaq.
Luka.
Marz.
Luka.
All right, we have defense. Dale.
Dale, stop being nasty.
Trying to think. I don't never see none of them like lock up. Like, what am I
Gordon Hayward plays defense, man.
All right, Luka.
Oh my god.
All right. Dub.
Larry.
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 All right, next we got 3-point shot.
Larry.
Bird.
Larry.
Bird.
Larry.
That was nice.
Next, we got
Like
mid-range
synchronized
game.
swimming. Larry.
Bird.
What is this?
Mid-range game.
Bird.
Go again, Dub. Sorry, my fault. I keep stepping on your word. My bad.
It's
Go
cool.
ahead.
It's cool. Bird.
Bird.
Larry.
Larry.
Cool. Next, we got finishing.
Luka.
Bird.
Bird.
Luka.
Luka.
And I would love to see, I would love for Dub and Euro to explain why they picked Larry Bird.
I can only go off highlights. I've never really seen him play for real, to be honest.
Which is fair.
And so that's why, and so like all of what I'm saying in this verses is, you're gonna have to take it with a grain of salt for that reason. I'll be honest. But I think for the level of difficulty and the shots made in the paint that I've seen in highlights versus Luka highlights, I want to give the nod to Larry.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Euro got it.
Our next category, we have handles. Dale.
Luka.
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 Next up, we have athleticism.
Luka.
Larry, 6'10".
That's not athleticism.
I'll say Luka.
Luka.
I don't know. I'm gonna go Luka though.
Yeah, I got Luka.
Next category, we have clutch gene.
Luka.
Larry Bird.
Larry.
you feeling,
Luka.
Shaq?
I'm going Luka.
I'm gonna go Larry, but it's closer than people might think.
Most feared by their peers, Larry Bird or Luka?
Luka.
Larry Bird.
Larry.
I feel like it's a wash, but I'm gonna go Larry.
Yeah, I got Larry.
And last but certainly not least, who is better overall?
Luka.
Larry.
Euro?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I mean, Larry.
It's Luka, and it's Luka.
I'll go with Larry.
All right.
I would want to know what makes Bird better than Luka.
I think what he did in his era is
how
better than what
about-
Luka's done so far.
Do you want that, or are you leaving it alone?
I've been sneezing 7 times in a row, so if you go me muting off, that's why I haven't been speaking. So you have it wherever you want to go with it.
Why don't we ask y'all? Because Luka's the guy that's in his 4th year, and he's the one that actually has to prove something. So why don't you tell us what makes Luka better than Larry Bird?
I feel like
I
when you
don't
look
like
at the
when people
tools,
say Luka being in his 4 years.
I don't care about
Exactly.
that. I don't care about that at all. I look at the tools in the tool shed. I would say LeBron in his 4th year is better than Larry Bird as well. And you guys wouldn't say a word, not a peep.
Bro, why?
So you think in 2007 LeBron was already the best small forward ever?
Yeah, the writing was already on the wall. Yes, I do.
Okay, so Marz,
So I disagree with
you're
that,
you're
personally.
basing it on hardware for sure as well, right? Because
Well,
Bron, and of course you have to prove something. You got to do all that stuff. But other than mentally learning the game and becoming smart in the game, how much more could you change? You could say change in athletic in Bron's game from 07 to what it is today.
his jump shot took a massive jump from
Okay.
2007.
How much massive? I don't know. I'm just asking because like
I don't know the percentages, but I know
okay.
So
Well,
in the
but,
the game plan for
he-
LeBron was
he-
still leave him open back in 2007.
Of course, when you're
Well,
that
right,
unstoppable,
because you have to give
What-
something away because they was leaving him open in 2014. That's when the Spurs go under. We got this is what we're gonna give him. That we're
Yeah,
gonna
but
You
give
have
him
to
that.
do that.
He could kill you in 2014 with that, though. That's the thing. In 2007, he couldn't punish you for doing that.
Well, Greg Pop is known as just the winningest coach, and that was his MO. So kill you. I think he killed them in Game 7 that way. But as the series and stats look, I don't think it was.
That's the Spurs that could do that. I don't think that's applicable for all teams in 2014.
Well, that's the Spurs MO. That's Pop being a coach. Yeah, we took it to 7 games this way. We should have won in 6 games if we get that rebound
Mhm.
with that defensive scheme. So, like you said year 4. I don't know what Larry did his first year, 4 years in the NBA.
I don't
Thanks,
care.
but-
I don't care because it's like
I'm
it's
just saying.
era.
His
It's
whole career to
I'm
LeBron's
taking-
first 4.
I'm looking at talent on the basketball court. Now I'm not putting in winning. I'm not putting none of that stuff that is based on a lot of other things. I'm not including that. When I look at Larry Bird as a player versus LeBron James as a player, who are you taking?
Larry Bird, I thought-
2007 LeBron. I'm taking Larry Bird.
Based off of what?
Larry Bird.
What year Larry Bird are you taking then?
Peak Larry Bird. Like
Okay.
86-ish around them years.
Could somebody tell me LeBron James' averages in 2007?
I'll get it.
Then he scored 30.
That was 2006.
2006. Okay. So we're
Could be
switching
wrong,
this.
but
We're switching this
Taking
to a
Bron,
Larry Bird.
obviously, of course. I
We're
just
taking
wanna
this.
know.
We're switching this from a Larry Bird to a LeBron debate.
I mean, it's just because
I
I can
don't
say
even
the
think
same
it's
thing
up
for
for debate.
Luka. I feel like Luka has. I feel like
I
he
think
can
Luka's
manipulate the
good as
game.
well.
I mean, you guys just say all of this stuff. Like, I get it. Larry was a playmaker. He was a rebounder, and he's doing all of that in this era. Correct? All
should
of
I
this.
just read out each of his first 4 years?
Wait for Dell to get back because I don't really need to hear it. I'm taking LeBron.
I'll leave out his rookie year because he was a rookie, but I'll read the next.
I mean, well, what was year 4? Because that was the year that we were talking about.
Year 4, he was 27, 7 and 6 on 48, 32, 70 splits.
Okay, which is that bad?
It's great. LeBron was great, no doubt.
But okay. So which era do you feel like is harder, LeBron's year 4 or Larry Bird and Magic saving the entire destiny of the NBA?
I think it was hard.
What was the 2-7 stats?
27, 7 and 6 on 48, 32, 70.
And what's Bird's peak year?
His peak year?
29, 9 and 6, or 28, 10 and 6.
I don't care how many games Bird won in that era, because the competition left a lot to be desired. It's just we just got to call a spade a spade. It's no slight.
I'm not talking about winning. I just think Bird was better.
I'm just talking about the chat. It's no slight. Like you guys can count that. Like I'm not saying that the competition was for that era, but we're not going to sit here and act like you don't have to be more skilled now than Larry Bird had to be during that era. Did you?
But that's a sliding scale. That'll have to go the other way too. Meaning that if Larry Bird was to play in this era, you're gonna have to.
No.
Into account as well. What kind of adjustments you have to make there?
1,000%. 1,000%. But if you put Bird in this era, we already agreed that he's not a top 5 player, or is he? Because we just had that conversation.
He was playing in the 80s, but would he be playing in today's era if he was born in? Is he a transplant or is he actually from this era?
Is he born in 2000?
About this extensively too.
Bird was nice. I could see if somebody did say he was a top 5 player in this era, I wouldn't hate it. I just don't like it a lot.
Shaq, let's stop because the only thing that Larry Bird is missing for you guys is a bag, and that's it, bro. Because he has a mid-range game, he has a 3-point game, he could finish at the rim. The only thing he's missing is honestly for you and Dell handles. So if you don't
is that a bag though?
I don't think that.
Do you now have a bag because you can cross over, go through the legs, and step back?
Wait, are we giving him super bounce as well? Are we giving him super bounce as well?
Super bounce. Handles is something that Larry Bird, I don't think it will be hard for Larry Bird to learn, bro.
I don't think he needs a handle.
So name me the guy at Bird's size with a handle, since we're just giving Bird handles all of a sudden.
KD.
Giannis does a better handle than.
And you're the main guy says,
listen to me.
Luka and Larry are the same size.
Why are we enhancing his attributes though?
We're not enhancing attributes. It's a bag. In a bag, you could learn dribble moves, bro. You gonna say
why he didn't learn it back then?
Because it wasn't popular back then.
Okay,
guys like Allen
not popular. It just wasn't necessary for him to be successful.
It's not about.
There was no.
Is what we say. Is what we're saying. Because
so why is KD the only one with handles now?
The main ball handler. Well, the reason that's what we're saying. You talked about this. We said that KD's bag, the argument, I forget who constantly brings this up, but we're saying that KD's bag is not as quote unquote deep is because he doesn't like the mid range because he doesn't have to it doesn't have to be that deep because he's 6'10" and his release point is all the way up there. Who's gonna check that? It's like Dirk Nowitzki fading away with the one leg. He's a 7-footer. Like, how much more moves does he need in his arsenal? He doesn't need that.
I hear you. I just think in today's game, Luka is way more effective than, let's say, what Larry Bird could potentially be. I don't think Larry Bird would be as good as Jokic. I just don't. I mean, do you? Everybody?
I think he'd be in that tier, but I have Jokic a tier above Luka right now.
I think defenses are better today than they are back then. And so if Larry Bird was to play in today's age, he would have to adjust to that. And if that means getting a better handle or like deepening his bag or whatever the case may be, that's what he's going to have to do. I think he's great enough to do that.
So Larry Bird was one of the first people doing step backs. I'm not saying he made it, but he was one of the first.
Have you seen Larry Bird's step back?
I mean, it was.
He steps back about 2 inches. It's not as athletic as you're imagining it.
Yeah, but that's enough to create.
At 6'10", that's enough to get the shot off.
You need to create.
Of course it is.
First people doing him and Kiki Vandeweghe were one of the first people really doing step backs.
That's a fact.
This is beyond me.
We can say the same thing for the Euro step. Sarunas Marciulionis is the first one to do the Euro step.
So if he's born in the
year,
then
Drazen Petrovic.
If he's born in the year 98,
Are any of the
97,
do
he
any
has-
of
now
those
he has
Euro steps
opportunity
look
to
like
learn all of
Giannis's
that.
Euro step?
No, but
No, but it's just
evolution.
that's talking to the evolution of the game.
Oh, okay, but I said he stepped back 2 inches and you guys jumped off a cliff.
No.
All you had to say was it would
if he
have
was a player today, he wouldn't step back 2 inches.
exactly. That's all you had to say. That's what I was expecting. Not who helped invent
All right.
the step back and Kiki and
All
Kiwi, Lemon Pepper and all these names.
I'm still taking Larry Bird over first 4 years LeBron.
Kiki, Wee Wee,
think that was
he,
the
she,
debate.
You ain't even give me a reason why though.
TP.
I think Larry Bird in his peak was a better playmaker than LeBron was in his first 4 years. I think
DD.
he was a better scorer. I think LeBron was a better athlete. I think he was getting by on the fact that he was the best athlete in the league at that time. But his skills really got refined when he went to Miami. If you were saying Miami Bron versus Bird, I'll say Miami Bron easily. But if we're just talking first Cleveland stint, I'd still take Larry Bird.
Was LeBron the best small forward in the game, like in his 4th year, or was there somebody else in the league that was better than him?
He was his best small forward in the game, Shaq.
The only argument would be what T-Mac, and I don't know if he's a
Car-
2 or a 3.
Carmelo, though.
Carmelo.
Carmelo was
Nah,
argued as well.
yeah, I got LeBron over Melo, but yeah, I'd say he's the
Me
best small
too.
forward. I'd say he was the best small forward in the game.
Okay.
Year 4, he was fresh off that championship, right? Championship run.
That was the year he made the finals. Yeah,
That was Braun was tough that year.
Larry could have did that as well.
I mean, if you look at who he faced, it's not out of the question that he could have done it.
Yeah, he didn't face that much going up to the road to the finals, Shaq.
He faced the Pistons team.
So what would have been the difference
Because
between?
Great defense, right?
No,
No
He
Ben
faced
Wallace,
the
right?
Pistons
No Ben
team
Wallace, right?
with no Ben Wallace. He faced 2 teams that was a 500 team, and honestly, he was one. Of
I
the
could
easiest
care
votes he
less.
could've went to the
So Larry
finals.
Bird is just so much better than Dirk, and I would like to know why.
I have Bird over Dirk.
I know, but I want to know
Main
why.
reason.
Because what?
Playmaking. Dirk wasn't a great playmaker, and I think I'm always going to take someone who can score and playmaker over someone who's a predominant scorer.
He was also a better rebounder. He was. I know you don't care about rebounders,
And he
but
was a better
he
defender.
rebounded and he defended.
So you
better.
think Larry Bird
Also-
will be? Yo, I don't
Dirk was
think.
a
I
better-
don't. I
Dirk was
don't.
a
I don't
better
think. I
scorer,
don't think defensive mentality is. The evolution isn't coming into today's game. You can't guard anybody. It's all about team defense. So let's stop with that narrative that guys are just out
Bird
here
was a great
shackling
team
people.
defender. Bird
You
was
said-
a great team. That's why Bird was best
No,
defensive attribute was his team
exactly. So if he's not playing on the team with defense, then we can just throw that out the window. So that's hit or
Bro, if
miss.
anybody, no, you're not doing that because if anybody plays on the team with no defense, they're all gonna look bad. If Rudy Gobert goes there and
My
plays on
my
the
my
Lakers,
point my
he's not
point
gonna
exactly.
look like
My
Rudy
point my
Gobert.
point exactly. So stop trying to check off defense is such a huge attribute. When he's playing on defense, he's on the best team. Is he not?
No. We have to.
We just had the whole
into it,
Magic
Shaq.
versus Larry thing.
We have no. We have.
Were the
to
Celtics
include
not the
defense
best team in the
into it as well,
East?
bro?
Were they not the best team in the East? The Celtics. Was Larry not on the best team in that era in the East? Yes or
Larry
no?
Bird.
Yes.
Larry Bird. He was.
Did he
But
not
guess
play
who
with
he-
good players? Yes or no?
He
Was it
did,
just
he
Larry?
did, but he
Did they-
but
did
he
they or did they not
he
play
was also
defense?
He was also beating Magic Johnson, Kareem, James Worthy. Who else did he beat? I think Byron Scott, Michael Cooper. Like he went up against that team and he beat them, bro.
Gotcha.
That's hard. That's hard
Gotcha.
to do.
Gotcha. Okay. I think just like you guys say Larry, I can say Luka. Because of playmaking.
Larry's arguably a better playmaker than Luka.
I think he's a
And
better
on-
passer.
And on top of that, we don't know Larry's usage rate. Larry doesn't have the ball
So-
in his hands all game.
That's
as far as
facts.
I know, Larry didn't dribble the ball all game. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Facts.
can you even name Luka starting 5 right now today? So I'm saying like Luka has to do everything for that team.
I mean,
If-
why are we stuck on Larry not dribbling the ball when Klay Thompson, he doesn't have to dribble the ball either?
That's true. Well, I'm saying if Larry was put in Luka's position and he had the ball all game, his stats would be a little more hefty.
So
His
so
assists
from
might
now
go
on,
up.
I should pick
His
Larry.
scoring might go up.
I should pick Larry against every single player in the NBA except 7 players. War Machine. I should choose.
Who would you say the 7 players are?
I mean, we can. How many would you say of all time?
I take LeBron. Well, I take LeBron
Well-
over Larry.
You say you'll
are we
take
talking
who?
about all time or current game?
Yeah, just play because now when I think of like everybody in the grand scheme of things, I guess when people ask me, is this person better than Bird? I should probably just say Bird is better, correct?
Well,
That's
this would just
probably
be
a
me
smart
listing
thing to
off my.
say.
This would just be
Okay.
me listing off my top 10 at this point. That's what it would be.
Okay.
Ron,
What's up? You about to
What's
list off his
next?
top 10, right?
you gonna lift it up?
Oh, you guys want me to say my top 10? Oh man.
I
I
think
mean,
we
you
can
don't
save
have- you
that.
don't
We
have
could
to. I
save
thought
that.
you
We
was
could
gonna
save
say-
that for another day.
I thought you were gonna say the people who you haven't hit a Bird.
Oh, I could. Do
Wait,
that. I've got
that's a good
MVP.
question. I like that in the chat. So are you taking Larry Bird or Kobe Bryant?
I got Kobe above Bird. All time.
Dub, Euro.
Kobe.
I'm saying
The
that you
players I
guys
have-
have
the player-
convinced me
I'm
that
not-
Larry.
I'm not connecting to what you're trying to say here, Shaq.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying you guys, just because all of these nuances, because I can't convince you guys that Larry would not be like that, but you guys can convince me that Larry's going to add all of this to this game, still be the same player, and be doing all of this stuff. But Luka, it's just
That's not quite what I'm saying.
I haven't said anything about him adding anything.
Shaq.
so
how long would it
Luka,
take-
so
how long
Luka
would
in
it
his
take
prime.
you-
Okay, Luka in his prime.
long
Let's
would
think
it
of
take you
prime
to
Luka.
learn
You
him
guys
every
love
move?
Luka. You guys
we
love
projecting?
Luka. Yeah. Let's project, please. Let's project because that's all that you guys are comparing Larry Bird's prime to Luka in his fourth year. So let's just think of Luka
No,
decked
you're
out,
comparing.
potentially
wanna do
decked out,
this.
potentially decked out. Luka with all the tools. What does that look like? Is his stats better than Larry Bird's to his era? That's why I'm just asking these questions.
If we're projecting Luka, his stats will probably be better than everyone who's ever played.
No. I'm talking about to the era because that you said it's all about evolution. So Larry's whatever he averaged in his prime versus Luka, All right, fuck it. All right, let's just move on. You guys, let's just move on because you guys can do all these nuances when it's other things. But when I ask for a simple question,
you're telling us now. I'll go with you. I'll go down this road with you, Shaq, because this seems funny. So you want to make Luka better than what he is now. So how are you making him better?
so okay, you're a Luka guy. So are you saying Luka's not
I
going to
love
get
Luka.
better? So is Luka not going to get better?
Luka's going to get better.
Okay, so tell me what his his ceiling is.
His ceiling. I said he could become better than Larry Bird.
No, I want to hear the stats. I want to hear what the potential. I want to hear all that.
Ceiling, bro, I don't see how he could do more than what he's doing right now. I don't see him doing 35, 10,
Okay.
and 10. I don't see that. I think
Okay.
the stats wise, he's at his ceiling when it comes to all those stats.
Okay,
But the only
okay.
thing he
That's
can
what I
add
like
on-
to hear. Okay,
That's
okay,
it.
okay. I will remember this moment forever. What you just said.
Mhm. Go
Thank you,
ahead,
Dub.
You could.
Okay.
You're welcome.
All right.
I think Luka gets a couple 30-point averages seasons.
He does.
Yeah, I
he
think he does
does.
that.
But you're not going to sit here and say you think that he could 35, 36 points a game.
I mean, James Harden did it. I don't see why Luka might not be able to go on one.
But
for a
look in the
year and
offense he was
average.
in.
I
Look at
think
the
if he
offense
wants
he was in.
if he wants to win, I don't think he does that.
Well, I
Exactly.
So who's the
I
best?
just know
So
Luka wants to win.
so because Luka's baby James Harden. So is Larry Bird better than James Harden as well?
No.
Yes.
This James Harden or free?
Just the tools that this James Harden has, even with Super Bird, because Super Bird to you guys he's a bad dude. Super Bird and what you guys think he would do in this era is something like when I think of Super Bird, he's better than
What are you talking
Jokic.
about?
He's better than Bron. He's Super
How is
Bird.
You're putting that on us.
How is
You
Bird- no,
putting
no,
that
wait.
on us.
How
We
is
just
Bird
say
super?
account.
How
He
is
got a
Bird
handle
super,
like
though?
KD.
How is Bird super? So
He got-
we talk about handle, Shaq. How long does it take you to learn a new move?
Like what? As far as
Just
what?
how long in your life? How long did it take you to learn a new move?
I
When you
I
seen
feel
a
like you
move
should
that
probably.
wanted to do. How long did it take you?
I mean, you just grow up with it. Like you see it as a child, you grow up with it, and you just have it in your bag as college. You get. I mean, what are you saying?
But
Like a
if you see
crossover, or a
it-
double?
I'm asking you, did you see a move in your whole entire lifetime? You was like, "Dag, I want to add that to my bag." How long did it take you to learn that? In high school, college, how long did that take you?
I think the younger you are, the faster you learn.
How long?
I don't know. It depends on the person, I would guess. I don't know where we're going with this.
So
Depends on the
basically,
moves, too.
basically, what you're telling me is, yeah, you grew up with what you were seeing, and then it was just easier for you to adapt that to your game. Why isn't that the case for Larry Bird?
It might be. So why can't everybody play like Kevin Durant? Why isn't every 6'10" guy playing like Kevin Durant?
Because Kevin Durant it's his talent. It's just the way Kevin Durant is.
But don't you think it should be like at least 3 or 4 more of them? Don't you think? 3 or 4 KDs?
No, because they're just different, bro.
A few more Jokic's, a couple of Giannis's.
People are different. Their talent levels is different, bro. Not everybody's the same. And Kevin Durant and what he does, not a lot of people do that. Now you're penalizing Larry Bird for not.
No, I don't want to talk about Super Bird anymore. And I would like it if we didn't.
Baby versions of these players, though. And I don't want to
not as good. Like Brandon Ingram, you could say has shades of KD in his game. He's just not as talented, which is fair enough. No one's really going to be as talented as KD, but he has a handle. He's tall. He's skinny. You could say there's shades of KD and Brandon Ingram.
I agree.
Oh, we actually see that with the Cleveland Cavaliers. We got Lauri Markkanen playing the 3.
Can we get off the Super Bird?
Playing perimeter plays.
I agree that Larry Bird is super and Super Bird, and from now on, I'm siding with you guys when it comes to Larry Bird. So Dale, good luck.
and Dub, you keep bringing up Bag in terms of handles. I'm like, what is now? Luka all of a sudden has a crazy super handle. Luka does a crossover and he does a step back.
His handle's better than Larry Bird's.
No, it's for sure better. But I mean, we're not gonna act like Luka just has an immaculate handle and then he does all type of just crazy stuff. We see Luka do a crossover and a step back.
But this is what they're going off. So I'm tracking what they're going.
I understand what you're saying. I'm talking to them.
Okay.
Who's them? Who's everything? Who are you talking to?
Dell and Shaq.
Oh, okay.
I said Larry was better.
I'm real calm right now because y'all know I'm ready to get my bag over Larry.
Larry better than who?
Super Luka.
Oh, talk about Sue Bird.
Y'all out of pocket for real. This is bad for both of you guys.
Stop it, man. And and Dub, you said something. I was busy sneezing, going crazy over here on mute, but I heard you said why don't you was asking Shaq how long did it take for like people to like learn handle, because you was like, if Larry come to this time, he would like increment that in his game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that?
Because he's just that great of an NBA player, bro.
So
like he just is.
So no, why would he increment like handle and putting the ball on the floor? Why?
Because that's the day and age in which this league is pointed towards, to being more of a perimeter player. So he has to just
I'm gonna take it a step farther. Larry doesn't need a handle right now. With his shot making ability, 50, 40, 90, he doesn't need a handle. All he needs to do is get to his spots. All he needs to do is catch the ball in the mid post like he was doing back then and shoot over you. Remember how you was just saying last night, oh, Bron wasn't even creating separation on Kuzma like that. He was literally just turning around and shooting over him. Why can't Larry do that? And he's a better shooter than LeBron James.
Because he doesn't have the same. He doesn't have the same ball control as LeBron. He doesn't have.
He's a better shooter based off of what?
He's not. Okay. He doesn't have the same ball control.
We're talking about shooting over somebody.
Listen,
we're talking about.
You just said get into his spot. You said before that.
I can go post you up right here, and somebody can pass me the ball right here. I don't have to dribble to the spot. Somebody can give me the ball right here.
And he can turn around and shoot. Yes. It's something called athletic ability. So it will be easier to guard Larry Bird if that's
he's 6'10". Who's gonna? He's 6'10". Who's gonna stop him from shooting at his spot?
A lot of people. It's athletes in the league. What are you talking about?
No, it's not, Dale. It's nothing in the league. Every player from the past is coming with a super. I don't even want to see Super Bill and Super Wilt and I don't want to see these guys in this era.
I don't want to see them either. I don't want to see them either.
Why didn't Dirk Nowitzki get handled?
Super Pat, Super Moses. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see any of them.
Larry Bird would be a 4 in
Super Scotty and what he'll do to Jimmy Butler. I don't want to see it.
Larry might even play 5 nowadays. He might even play the 5.
So why didn't Dirk get a handle? I'm going back on mute because I'm about to sneeze, but I can still hear your answer. Can't wait for it. I'm still waiting, Dub.
He's asking.
Me? No, because he's a stretch 4. That's what he was pointing towards. That's what the team wanted him as. Like, that's Dirk. He's a 4. He's a traditional 4, like you said. So he ran the traditional 4.
Still put the ball on the floor though.
He could.
He just wasn't trying to yank and go back and forth. It was straight line drives. And Dirk did that a lot. Off what? A pump fake? All he needed was a pump fake. Because when you got a gun, everybody got to respect it. Klay Thompson, for instance. All Klay Thompson got to do is this. And people are jumping. And then after that, one dribble or two dribbles to the rack. Larry Bird will make a killing off of that today. And it's not even a question about it. He doesn't need to go behind the back, do 3 spin moves, and go up and under.
I don't know how we got down this rabbit hole.
We've
Because
gone
you
down.
guys talking about a bag. Larry Bird doesn't got to go through his legs and behind his back to score. All you got to do is get to a spot and pull up.
I agree. Can we, Ron? I think it's on you.
Got you. So let's get to some current news. Jamal Murray now has a 50-50 chance of returning this season. Thoughts? Anybody?
Nuggets still ain't gonna do nothing. So it's like it is what it is.
Yeah, if they don't have time to implement him and get him into the system, next year is probably their window, but this year is too soon.
I'm always going to be pro player over pro franchise, and that sounds like they're trying to rush him back.
Yeah, let him rest.
So if
Rush
they're not
him
going
back.
to do anything,
When did he tear his ACL?
April last year.
I mean,
I think.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was April.
But what I'm saying is anytime that I hear like 50-50 chance, like why would you even put that out there? You know?
Because now
I'd rather them take the Warriors Klay Thompson approach. Even though that was kind of, they OD'd with the teasing. And then they just kept showing Klay working out. Now he's, doing full court drills. Now he's doing, they just kind of like gave us.
What was the Warriors Klay Thompson approach?
To me, I think they let him fully recover. They didn't press for him to come back like that.
But do you think that's also because the team was doing good without him that they didn't feel they needed to rush him back?
That's the advantage, yeah, for sure.
If they were like the 8th or 9th seed in the play, and maybe they would have brought him back sooner. But
100%. It's also a contract situation. If you're a supermax player or whatever, they're gonna want you back ASAP because that's money spent that you don't get any return on investment.
I saw Klay made more money while he was hurt than he did his first like 6 or 7 years in the league, which was crazy.
All right,
I think Murray being out for 11 months, ACL, next month will make a full year. I think the Denver did their due diligence with that.
But you don't think that's telling? If you are out for 11 months and they're just off of an ACL, quote unquote, just an ACL, and they're now just talking about 50-50, don't you think that's a lot more complicated than what they're leading on? And so to me, like I read into that.
So you think he's not ready?
I don't think he's ready at all.
Well, I know a good player on the Nuggets, and he said he plays against Jamal Murray one-on-one every day, and Jamal Murray could play right now if he wanted to.
Euro, I think
that's
it was
cool.
this,
but that's
I
cool.
think it
But
was
you
this
see
season.
what
I don't
happened
think
with
they
D
were counting
Rose
playoffs.
though.
No, but this is what I'm saying. I know for a fact that he's been playing for the last month full one-on-one basketball.
You can go crazy that's cool. You can go crazy one-on-one in practice. That's not, speed, like game speed is different from practice. Whatever you can simulate in practice, you can never do that. So like that's what I'm worried about.
So I think he's ready. I think more so, I think they want to see what they could do to salvage the season in terms of how far they think they could go. If they think it's coming back, because him and what's his name could come back, Porter, and make a good sneaky run, he'll do it. But if not, then it's like, we'll take a second round or first round exit and come back full force next year. But I don't think it's based on them rushing him though, because he's been back practicing.
If you take that approach and say, you know what, they're bringing him back because they just want him to get, his feet wet again before the season starts, just so he can like kind of hit the ground running, once the next year starts. I can see that. And, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But just the way that I'm hearing the 50-50 and just off of the quote unquote ACL, I'm skeptical. That's it.
All right, fellas. Jordan Clarkson scored 45 points off the bench last night in a win versus the Kings.
It's the Kings.
Yeah.
Everyone's cooking the Kings. I saw Julius Randle cook them.
Julius, you don't like Julius Randle? He's not that good.
I mean, he got his money, so good for him, but that's about it.
Gotcha.
All right, a potential postseason series versus the Raptors was one of the reasons why James Harden was concerned about Kyrie Irving's vaccination status.
Mm,
What do you mean in the playing? Because Kyrie couldn't play against.
Yeah.
Okay.
Canada has those mandates.
Yeah.
A potential postseason series versus the Raptors. Why is this true? Because why was he worried about that?
Because with
Because
no
Kyrie wouldn't play
they
at all,
they
and he
lose
couldn't play
that
in New
game.
York, couldn't play in
Oh,
When he
that's
played for the
true.
Nets.
And then they'd have to go to the 9-10, and then they'd be the home team, and then Kyrie couldn't play in that one either. So they could.
I think James
realistically-
Harden and KD could have beaten that Toronto Raptors team. So I don't know why that's even an issue.
Because James Harden doesn't trust himself in big games.
Or he doesn't trust him and KD and the rest of the Nets without Kyrie to even make that run.
It's something to do with him not believing in something in that organization.
Or himself, like you said.
Potentially.
Zion
Shaq.
has been cleared to resume basketball activities in New Orleans.
That's happened 3 times this season. And every time he's felt foot pain again, and then he's back out with no timetable. I just don't. I think we're going into the territory where Zion could be a what if. What if he was healthy? And it's concerning.
Embiid
Didn't
was
they
the same.
shut him down this season, or was that last season where they had the press release that says, you know what, we're not even going to try. We're just going to get him right, and then whenever he's back, he's back. That was this season, right?
What's the difference between Zion and Embiid?
That's exactly what I was about to say. Like Joel.
I
Embiid
agree,
was-
though, Marz. That is a what
Yeah,
if.
but Embiid was a what if before he started playing.
Yeah,
And then
that's,
the NBA
that's
and then he was still on a minutes restriction, and guys were saying, all right, cool, maybe he can be something. And we've seen Zion, he put up 27 last year, but at the same time, he can't stay healthy, and it's
But
a concern.
This Embiid had the same. It was a similar scenario with Embiid. Now I'm not gonna sit here and say like Zion is gonna same thing happen with him. I do understand the issues, but Embiid, bro, like Embiid went through the same struggle, so he could overcome it, but we'll see.
But
I
Zion's
don't think
game
it's
is a
the
lot
same.
more athletic.
I don't
Like,
think it's the same struggles though.
the pressure Zion
Why
puts
not?
on his lower body compared to what Embiid was doing, it's different. Zion's what?
Embiid played his first 2 years. I mean, Zion played his first 2 years. Like Zion played his rookie year, right? And then
Yeah,
he
he
played the
could-
second year, made the All-Star team. He's
Yep.
getting hurt Embiid wasn't playing. He was just, let's sit him out again. Let's sit him out. When he started playing fully, he had knickknacks 2 months, 3 months. But when his progress started, part of the process, he didn't like fully shut down. Zion been out after like performing.
But what's worse?
Embiid never performed.
But what's worse? You getting hurt while not performing, you
I'm
performing
not.
and then getting hurt.
I'm not debating the back of what's worse of the hurt. I just think it's 2 different angles. The Pelicans never was thinking to shut down. Embiid, soon as he got one nick, boom, we're shutting him down. Another one, boom, we're. Zion got banged up, came back, played. Was an all-star, great year last year. And
So
in his
which
second
is
year in
worse?
the league.
I mean, you could argue is
That
Zion.
question don't make no sense to me in this because that's not what we're talking about. It don't matter which is worse. Of course, you're saying they're the same. It's similarities based on Embiid being hurt early, but the Sixers nipped it, like nipped that. Like he got one banged up, he chill for a season. Another one chill for 2 seasons. Zion was never on that trajectory. He was like, he's gonna be available. That's why it's different.
The Sixers did the same with Ben Simmons.
And wasn't it same kind of with Markieff Morris?
Yeah, if
kind
they
of
see,
in a
if
way.
they see any worry with a player,
Exactly
they just shut
right.
him down.
But Pelicans wasn't on that. We need all this endorsement. We need all this cachet. Come on.
Yo, the chat said you argue like a female.
I don't know what that means.
That's so random.
I don't know, but it's
Chat is crazy.
disrespectful. It's disrespectful to our woman audience. I think we argue
someone-
like straight men.
That person argues a lot with females.
Probably.
He views it a lot.
I think someone similar to Zion would be Michael Porter Jr. in terms of every time he comes back, he seems to have another issue with his back, and he might turn into a what if as well. Is that he can never really get healthy.
I think it's still similarities with Embiid. Embiid's was probably worse. And nobody was sitting here saying, people were sitting here maybe saying that, oh yeah, Embiid could be a what if as well, but he turned that around. Zion could turn that around as well. We
He
just have
could,
to see.
but he also.
Let me
could
ask
not.
you a question. How were they saying Embiid could be a what if? What? They haven't seen him play yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I said. I mean,
That's
I don't
all I'm
know.
saying. They
I
haven't
don't
seen
remember.
him play,
I
so the
don't remember
comparison
at
is
that
different.
time. No, it's similarities, bro. Because at the end of the day, they was both getting hurt in the early stages of their career. It's similar. It was. And the fact of the matter, Joel Embiid overcame that. And Zion, he performed, he got hurt, and he could overcome this. We don't know though. We have to wait and see.
So are you not concerned by his weight at all?
I am definitely concerned, of course. But I'm saying to sit here and say that is a good possibility. So what if? I get it, but I'm not gonna sit here and go down that road yet because I just have faith that maybe he could overcome this, honestly.
But we've never seen it before.
Do you think his injury is due to his weight?
I
Is
think
that what
be.
they said?
I think it's a contributing factor. If you're that big coming up and down on your lower body all the time, because his game is predicated on athleticism. So the pressure you're putting on your knees and your feet, just jumping up and down all the time, it's gonna cause
And that's
some
it.
issues. Even
That's
the way
it.
he walks really weird. Like it's
He
just
does.
it's just concerning with how he moves his lower body. It's really concerning.
All right, please, let's go.
He walks. How does he walk, Marz? How does he walk?
What are
How
we
does,
talking about right now?
how does he walk? Like
he waddles like he's a penguin. It's weird.
I mean, that's
Either
just
way
because
it
he's
goes,
so
I
athletic.
don't know. I don't. He's the first of its kind, right? Really. I mean, outside of Tractor Trailer, I don't really remember what happened with him, but if it was because of his weight, but for Zion's case, I don't know if I just want to put all of that on the fact that he is so heavy.
I don't think it's all on that, but I think it's a factor. That's
Because
the kind of
isn't
picture that they
heavy
look at.
like isn't over? I don't want to say overweight either, but isn't the fact that he's so big, like, isn't that usually like a knee conversation? And he doesn't have any problems with his knees, right?
No, but your feet contribute to that as well, right?
I
not a
mean, he could
doctor
just
or
have
anything.
bad feet, period.
He could, but he wasn't having these issues in high school when he was slimmer.
I feel like he's always walked like that. I just think it's a series of unfortunate events. That's all injuries are. We're not inside his body. We're not his cells. We don't know how they're going to regenerate. So let's just hope for the best with Zion. And I think he can come back from it. I hope he
I want to
does.
see him come back. Yeah, I want to see him come back.
Because he's better than a lot of you guys' favorite players, but we're going to.
Yeah, Zion is must-see TV. We definitely need that human highlight reel back on the court soon. Moving along.
Ron,
DeMar
why
DeRozan-
is there 170 people watching on YouTube, but we only have 28 likes?
Nasty.
That's a good question. You want to just shut it down since everybody just can't hit the like button?
I mean,
Since that's so hard to do?
I've been shut down since Superbird, but I'm trying to get back on track. Ron, I'm waiting for something to put me back on track.
Okay, I got you. DeMar's your man, right? All right, check this out. DeMar DeRozan says joining the Clippers last season instead of the Bulls was legitimately on the table.
DeMar wants to
Quote,
average
unquote.
14. I don't know why DeMar's talking like he would have done this anywhere else other than next to an efficient Zach LaVine or efficient Klay Thompson. DeMar, you know that's why you get all of this off, because your surrounding players are very efficient. You have a really good situation. So let's pump the brakes on it, where you could have won and how things you think that you would have been doing all this. I mean, I guess you would have eventually been doing it now with the Clips because of injuries, but the super team with you, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard. Listen.
Yeah, that's too many guys on one spot.
Listen.
They're too similar as well.
That's like 3 men trying to fit in the apron. Why do I say this shit?
I agree with you, Shaq.
Did you say an apron? What did you say?
Not saying apron.
Disgusting.
But
You guys gotta understand up here, like Shaq is not all the way there.
Dog, I pictured that too. Like,
But imagine 3 men
Like, what are we talking about?
trying to fit in the apron. It's not gonna work. Like, what are you talking about, DeMar? Like, how is that gonna work? You, Kawhi, and Paul George, all trying to get whatever you're trying to get off on the same basketball court. I hate it.
So next season, every team comes back exactly the same. Kawhi's healthy, Paul George is healthy, and they got DeMar DeRozan. Where would you rank that fully healthy Clippers team? with DeMar on it?
I'd have them 4th in the West.
Dub, Euro?
I have no clue because it's like Shaq said, I don't know what DeMar DeRozan we gonna see. And I disagree with you, Shaq, for the reasons. I think it's due to like the position. I mean, the situation he's a part of has nothing to do with Zach LaVine, though. It has everything to do with now he's getting more burn. He's getting more opportunity to do
DeMar. So tell me the time where DeMar wasn't the leading offensive option on the team.
What are you talking about? He was the leading offensive options on the Spurs and on the Raptors.
Exactly. So why
His whole
didn't all of
entire
this?
career.
So why didn't all of this happen there?
But DeMar DeRozan was performing. He was performing at a high level with Zach LaVine, and him and DeMar and Zach was like this. Then Zach LaVine gets hurt.
So he had a
DeMar
two-man.
goes all
He
the
had a
way up
two-man
here.
that was a biggest threat as Zach LaVine.
Oh, but it doesn't make sense because DeMar DeRozan went on this crazy tear when Zach LaVine got hurt.
I know, and 4 or 5 games that you guys always bring up like it's the holy grail. Let's talk about what they're both averaging.
But that's really what.
Once
gave
the
him key,
confidence
though.
gets rolling, it's nothing else to talk about.
How the hell does Zach LaVine being an efficient scorer have anything to do with DeMar DeRozan getting off when Zach LaVine's not even there?
That look for the 4 games, Dub.
Bro, DeMar DeRozan, if he was on the Bulls without Zach LaVine and he didn't have Zach LaVine for the whole year, he would still be playing like this.
You think so? You think so?
I know so, bro.
Really?
That's just how great he's been playing this year.
And it has nothing to do
oh,
with Zach LaVine can also drop a 30-piece on your head at any given moment. That has nothing to do with it.
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying that Zach LaVine being there does not help his situation.
So if Zach LaVine was there, what if Zach LaVine? Dub, I'm really not going to do this with you right now. I don't want to do this right now.
Let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
So who are we replacing Zach LaVine with? Let's start there.
We're not replacing anybody. I said even if you take Zach LaVine off, I think DeMar DeRozan still plays at a high level.
So if we take Zach LaVine off for the rest of the season, you think his numbers are going to be the same?
Yes, because he has more opportunity. He has more burn.
Dale, what do you think?
I think the only reason you're saying this now is because DeMar's last 2 years. I think we forget what DeMar was doing in Toronto as a player.
So then I know I get that. DeMar, but has he ever had a score like Zach LaVine? And then why when he gets a score like Zach LaVine, all of this is just happening. It's crazy.
I kind of think DeMar, God, 2016 or 17, he was averaging like 25, 26 in the league, bro.
No, I'm talking, but what is him and Zach averaging together? So when DeMar gets the ball.
So he have a better score. Of course it helps to have Zach.
No, he has an extremely efficient 2-man. You can't take away from
honestly,
that.
DeMar would have be scoring and playing the way he's playing with Russell Westbrook on the court is what I'm saying.
War Machine, am I missing something?
Must be.
I don't agree with that Russell Westbrook thing. That's
why. Why wouldn't he be? Because look, when Zach get hurt,
do we not know how defense works?
But if Russ can't space the floor and DeMar can't space the floor, put the ball in one of their hands.
It's gonna be 2 men trying to.
So who's spacing the court the last 10 games, even last night when Zach's not there? Ayo Dosunmu, he's spacing the court.
Vucevic, Alex Caruso.
Vucevic will be there with Russ as well. You have to understand, superstars.
Vucevic can
scorers
shoot.
are gonna find their way. Right. So why you say you don't get the Russ take is what I'm saying.
Because that's 2 non-shooters, not 1. DeMar's the non-shooter with Chicago.
He has the ball in his hand. What do you?
Yeah, but you can't have both. You can't have both of them with the ball in their hands.
No, I'm saying DeMar would be playing the same way if Russ was on the court. That's all I said. That's what I said.
But how does that work?
What do you mean? How does it work?
In terms of winning a game, how does that work?
We're not talking about winning. He's talking about numbers.
I'm talking about numbers and winning, and I'm talking about DeMar's entire year.
Of course, there will be better with Zach LaVine. Shaq, you just said DeMar numbers is better because of efficiency. I'm saying DeMar will be putting up numbers like this.
Okay. Is this one of DeMar's most efficient years?
Yes, it is.
I don't understand. Okay, I don't understand how you bozos in the chat and Dale, why you're struggling with playing with an efficient player, is why you think that does not help your offensive game.
it does help it.
How much does it help it? You're not giving enough credit. I need to know the percentage of how much it helps.
No, because you want to give it that much credit because you want to just throw Zach LaVine in there because that's your guy. That's why you're doing it this way. That's what you're doing. That's why you're doing it, because you don't give KD enough credit for scoring because he's next to
KD and
Klay
DeMar.
and Steph.
KD is because it's KD. It's freaking KD.
But you still don't give him scoring because he's next to them.
What do
Because
you
say,
mean?
oh, he had to go do this to do that. That's what you say. You're basing it now because of Zach LaVine being your guy, and you're mad that DeMar took the throne away from Zach.
Why would I be mad that DeMar, a veteran that's came into and helped my little man, Zach LaVine, get to where he is right now? Playoff, DeMar helped him.
Into the season, it was Zach's team to you. Zach this, Zach that, Zach everything. It was. That's what it was.
Okay, let's just start here. Were all of you guys wrong about Zach LaVine? Just admit that.
Nobody was
what?
wrong.
No one said
Nobody
anything
was
negative
wrong.
about him. What did DeMar average like in 2016? Was he a 20-point scorer his whole career? He had numbers averaging 26, 27, I think.
In
He scored
2016,
before.
he averaged 27, and also for the last 9 seasons, DeMar scored over 20.
Like, come on, he's been doing this. Of course, it's a little easy, and he had a more chip on his shoulder.
Why is it a little easier?
Doubting him
Why is it a little easier?
because of Billy Donovan, Shaq. I don't know. What's the next topic? Jesus Christmas. You just want us to say Zach LaVine caused all of this.
He's helped, and you guys giving him zero credit.
We said he's helped though, Shaq. We've always said that.
So when I'm playing basketball overseas and I step out on the court and I have 4 shooters around me, do you think it's harder or easier for me to get to the lane? LeBron, I want you to answer this question.
I mean, well, logically speaking, the floor is
It's
spaced
no-
out.
Oh,
The defense has to respect the shooters, so the lane is more open, so it will make it easier.
okay, so if I didn't have shooters around me, can they help more on my drive or not?
Oh my God, bro.
They can't
LeBron,
help, but they can't. I'm answering the question. Calm down, relax. They can't help, but they're gonna get knocked over the head with a 3. So more than likely, they're not
Ask
gonna.
questions like
no.
that. If I wake up at 1
With the
o'clock and the
non-shooters,
sun
with the
is
non-shooters
outside,
on
is
the
it
floor
sunny?
that aren't efficient, isn't that how you play defense? You go based off of can this guy shoot or not? That I'm guarding, that determines how much I help away from him.
For the most part, yes.
Okay, so if Zach LaVine's shooting a 40 clip on 8 attempts a game, his player cannot help, correct?
True.
That's all that I said. That's all I was saying. That's all I was saying.
And we agree, Shaq, and we agree. But the way that you was going about this, you were trying to say, "Oh yeah, DeMar Derozan isn't
He
doing
was
this
trying to
without Zach
diss
LaVine."
Lamar. He was
And
trying
it's
to
like,
diss
come on,
DeMar.
bro.
Like,
I never was trying to diss DeMar.
Okay, bro. Yes, you were.
I'm here
bro,
to say I was not dissing DeMar. He's having a hell of a year.
because
All
of
right.
Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine's a great shooter. DeMar's having a hell of a year, and some rival execs and agents believe Tyler Herro could be headed.
Y'all
towards
gonna
the
spec.
5-year,
Dub, who's better, Tyler Herro or Zach LaVine? Let's start here.
Zach LaVine.
Oh, okay.
It's not even a question.
It's not.
Leave Shaq alone, bro, please.
Hey, you got that. You got that right.
He asked some questions that has literally nothing. Bring up the next player so he can ask if Zach LaVine better.
Does Tyler deserve this money? And also, does Tyler deserve more respect after the statement he made this offseason saying he deserves to be respected amongst his peers?
It's kind of nasty from Tyler to sit here. I mean, wait. Does he deserve the respect? Did he say he deserves that respect right now?
You know,
or-
that was all last summer.
When he
you
said he
talked
should be
about
in the
that.
bracket with Luka and those guys.
I don't think that Tyler Herro would ever be there yet, like right now. But I mean, he could due to potential, but I don't know. I think that's a hard thing to get to. But he did big up his case as if, nah, y'all gonna respect my game. Like I'm really like that. But
So he deserves a max contract this summer. 5 years, 184 million.
shit.
I think you deserve whatever someone's willing to pay you. If
Yeah.
someone's willing to pay you that much money, that's what you deserve.
Euro?
And then some, if we're being real. I just think with him, he had that great showing in the playoffs a couple years ago. And then that following year, that was like his year to really, really cement that. And he kind of dropped the ball on it, I feel like. And so now if he's playing well again, but not to the level
That's
of
tough.
that first year,
That's tough.
I feel like I just think like the public perception is, dog, we need to see more from you.
I agree.
You know?
And there's nothing wrong with that.
He's playing better right now than that first year. He's averaging 20.
Why did you say, if you agree, why did you say that was tough?
No, I'm saying that's tough that you said that he deserves a max contract because War Machine said
No. I was going off of what Marz said. Like you deserve everything that
somebody would pay.
You know, that somebody's willing to pay, and then some. Because I think NBA players are underpaid.
Gotcha.
When we think about how much money the NBA makes, period. Any industry that has a salary cap,
the
employees are underpaid.
You're not wrong.
That's
No. Because the salary cap
keeps
the salary cap keeps the NBA balanced so that everybody, you're not having LeBron, KD, Kawhi.
You can still increase how much the salary cap is, though.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that the players.
So that the guy that's coming in, like that's on a minimum.
They are literally limiting how much players can earn.
If we're being realistic, right. LeBron could be earning what, 70 mil a year if we're talking. If their team could pay whatever they wanted.
So without a cap, it kind of hurts the competition though.
No, you're just talking about the current structure. But of course, if the cap was, explode up, then the entire structure of the business model will have to be readjusted.
It has
to. So you can't. Yeah, of course it has to. Yeah. I'm saying that too.
That's a lot of money. Duh.
You have to go with that.
Okay. So how would you go about to make things competitive? Because what's to stopping these guys are just teaming up with each other?
I think if it was still a salary cap, but they were just more transparent about how much is being made, so then we can draw, okay, if this is being made, then this is how much this player should make, X amount of dollars compared to how much the team is making, and it's very simple. I mean,
Mike Conley gets like 30 million, Kevin Durant's get 33.
You could have a salary cap and just remove max. You could have a salary cap but remove max contracts. So if you want to use half of your salary on just paying LeBron, that's your decision.
And Supermax and luxury tax, like all of that has to be revisited.
Yes. I don't know about that.
And who knows, maybe we're not talking 5-year deals no more. Maybe everything, is a 1 year, 2 year at maximum, whatever. I'm not a business development guy. That's up for the big wigs in the NBA offices to figure out. But they're not doing that because they don't want to pay players.
I like the fact that you want guys to pay players. It's just I just don't know how they would be able to do that without eliminating the competition. That's my thing. If you could find a way to replace it,
I think it's very easy to find a way. We found a way to get to this point, and guys are making 200 and whatever million. For however many years.
Whatever state the NBA is currently in the 80s, that was unthinkable. So 40 years from now, they'll be able to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Isaiah Thomas signed. Well, what's up, Euro?
No. Go ahead.
Isaiah Thomas signs a second 10-day contract with the Charlotte Hornets.
He's a fighter. He's trying to get a job in this league. Respect to him.
I also hate this second 10-day contract bullshit. Sign the man.
Yeah. That's
sign
tough.
the man. And you know what they're going to do? They're not going to pick him up. I think that's so nasty. It's so disrespectful.
Like that is nasty. That's nasty because that's just like a human thing. Like in order for Isaiah Thomas to like have that confidence, like you gotta believe in him. So if nobody's willing to take that risk and actually believe in him, how's he ever gonna get back to the state that he was in? But I mean, you kind of take shots at mental health sometimes, but everybody's not just like plug and go or just one size fits all. Like when Boston was believing in IT, he was playing like a maniac. And then you just push him off of a cliff with everything that he was going through off the court. And then now you guys are just still trying to, it's the same thing they're doing with DeMarcus Cousins, because you're not about to tell me that DeMarcus Cousins can't play in the league.
Well, he's right now he's signed with the Nuggets for the rest of the year.
He's still, I mean, it's just like it's just like, I don't know, man. The league pick and chooses who they want to big up and who they want to slight. It's no. I mean, I'm not about to get too nasty.
What do you think is keeping him from the league, though? Why do you think the league doesn't want him in there?
Reputation.
Perception.
What reputation? What perception? Like,
I mean, he,
I
like
don't- I've
Euro
never
said, he's
seen
a
IT
fighter.
as a
He's a.
bad guy.
His reputation took a hit in Cleveland when he said that he.
I mean, no, he
was
wants to be a
gonna
one
run
guy.
into
He wants
LeBron.
to. He wants to be a prime guy, but the league is just transitioning to younger. So it's like, well, it's tough. It's tough for IT. It's
And
tough.
the thing about it is, he's went down to the G League. He scored 50, 45, and I think 43. And he's only played like 5 games. He's
It's not a
averaging
question of whether or
altogether-
not
It's like they treating him like the booty part of the bread. Like I don't like that at all. Even with the Team USA thing, you know, how he was the only name on there for real. And it's like, yeah, man, we throw you this, you know, like I don't, I just don't like the disrespect.
And TG say he
And
gets
has
12
no
and gives
choice.
up
He has
20.
no choice.
I mean, you say he gets 12 and gives up 20. Yo, can we have a list of how many players do the same exact thing? Or you just think everybody's plus minus in the league is just where it should be? But
And
I
you
mean,
can
that's
hide guys on defense anyways. It's nothing new that there's guys who can't play defense. You can hide them.
yeah. But I mean, it is what it is.
Speaking of another big name that's been out of the league, the Warriors have worked out Tyreke Evans. Would you guys like to see him back in the NBA? Or Shaq, is he on has-been island?
Yeah, Ricky. I'm sorry, you're getting that same treatment. Could he? I mean, can he play basketball for sure? I don't know. I don't know. It just depends
Tyreke
what
Evans is
teams.
31 right now? Tyreke Evans is probably nice right now because he's right in his prime years, his prime stage. But it's just unfortunate when you're out the league for 3-4 years and nobody's seen you play, like literally nothing. It's kind of like
That rookie campaign just overshadows everything.
He was rookie
What
of the year,
happened to
right?
him? Like, why did he phase out? I forget.
I think his
The Kings
game.
mishandled him.
Yeah, like I think it was just like I don't think he was put in the right positions to be successful. Because if I'm not mistaken, I just don't want to. LeBron probably knows more about what happened to Tyreke because I was his guy when we were in high school. So
I actually don't. Wasn't it? It wasn't. It didn't have anything related to. Yeah, he had a 2-year drug suspension. I think it was.
yeah, but I'm talking about before that though. Like
before
he
that,
never
was
lived up
somebody-
to that.
Nah.
That
yeah,
I'm
he
talking about the
never-
rookie campaign.
Yeah, I mean that's happened to a couple people though. What's his name? Michael Carter Williams. A couple of those bigger guards that just couldn't shoot after teams kind of found out like, oh, okay, we can game plan around you. We know what you can and what you can't do. We know how to play team defense on you. It's kind of hard for those guys to readjust.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
All right, Draymond Green is targeting his return tomorrow versus the Wizards.
We need him urgently. So hopefully he comes back and he's doesn't take too long to ramp himself back up.
Can't wait, man.
After Klay's game last night, is this a scary thought for the league?
I mean,
If Klay can get any sort of consistency, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I once again the same thing with Isaiah Thomas. Once again, like, can he get his feet under him, please, everybody, before we just say Klay can't hoop anymore? I'm pretty sure Klay is gonna put. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure we can. You're relying on Klay before you rely on a lot of other people, especially if
Yeah,
you're
that's
the Golden
what I'm
State Warriors.
Can I just
checked, he
can I
hurt his
just
knee.
point
He didn't
this
hurt
out?
his wrist.
Can I just point out, right when Klay's return was imminent and everybody was like, oh, this is going to go up. This is crazy. And I was like pretty much the lone person saying, dog, we have to wait and see what's what. And now Klay is, has been playing the way he's been playing. And everybody is kind of off that a little bit, even though he had, some positive showings and stuff. I just want to say that, man, to Shaq's point again, reiterate, we got to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
Any type of time, please.
Mm-hmm.
Dre coming back. We don't know how the new Klay and Dre is going to function.
I mean, Draymond spaces
Have
the
they played
floor.
together yet? Yeah, I know, but I mean, I just want to see.
I think
There's
when
nothing
Dre
wrong with
comes back,
seeing.
everything gets easier.
Sure.
Everything gets easier for everybody on that team, and it's scary for Phoenix.
Like the Warriors are scary for Phoenix.
Yeah, but if I'm the Suns and all I got to do is worry about the Warriors in the entire West, I'm extremely happy right now.
Yeah, Phoenix is in a good spot, bro. think he's in a great spot, and I just like the fact that they're just proving everybody else wrong. And I want them to go to finals, man. I want CP3 to get his ring.
All right. Speaking of the Warriors, James Wiseman also returned to the court for the first time this year with the Santa Cruz Warriors. He scored 18 points in 21 minutes. This a good sign for the Warriors as well?
Who's better, James Wiseman or DeAndre Ayton?
DeAndre Ayton.
Ayton.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't think that's even a question just yet.
got you. Wiseman has a couple more years?
Yeah.
I think he's
I
got a
feel
higher
s-
ceiling than DeAndre.
I'm just trying to figure. Yeah,
Everybody on
Doesn't
the
even have
Warriors
enough
is
mileage
just
yet.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Ayton.
I feel as if there's so many health issues with the Golden State Warriors. Like, it's crazy. I didn't really think about it till now.
I tried to say this a couple weeks ago.
I mean, with the Suns
Everybody's
as
getting
well.
healthy now, though.
I-
Everything's trending on the up and up.
Yeah, but we're trying to fit Dre, Klay. Dre and Klay
James
still haven't played
Wiseman.
together at all this season.
Yeah.
And
Still,
then we're gonna
though,
try to fit in James Wiseman. All
it's a
them
lot
with
of
15
injuries
playoffs.
with LA too. So let's move along.
All right. John Wall is open to a return and a reunion with the Washington Wizards. Care or don't care?
I don't care.
Don't care.
I
Yeah.
would love to see the stats put up.
Don't care at all.
All right. With Shaq, what? You would love to see what?
The stats carnival in the nation's capital.
Think that'll bring a little more excitement to the city?
Yeah, it'd be good for the morale in the White House.
Okay. All right. Markieff Morris made his return last night after being injured earlier this year with the altercation with Jokic.
Did
I
he
don't.
do something?
Did he do something?
Did he
I don't
drop
think
a
he did
50
too
ball?
much.
Did he hit a game
No.
winner?
Nope. He just came
Next.
back.
No disrespect. I'm just saying, like,
Next is fine.
got you, I
Next.
That's a good question. Is John Wall a bust? The chat
What?
just asks, is
Yo,
John Wall
come
a
on,
bust?
Stop. No.
How could he be?
That's
a bust?
tough. That's a tough question.
Never in life.
You know those things called expectations that Jimmy Butler has that low ceiling. John had
What was
really
John-
high.
What was John Wall's expectations coming out of college?
he was that guy at Kentucky.
Yeah, for sure. But
John Wall lived up to him, bro.
Did
This
he-
guy was
when,
averaging
like-
20
He
and
did.
9,
He did.
making the playoffs.
He did.
Doing great things to him and Bradley Beal. Like,
He
what?
did.
How is that even?
I
a
love
bust?
John Wall, so I'm on your side, Dub.
He's done a lot more than a lot of other number one overall picks.
he was
A
like a
lot
top
more.
three. He was like a top 3 point guard in the league for like a year and a half. That
Oh, that-
2017.
He was debatable top 2. It was really it was a point where you could have said it. John
What year
Wall,
was this?
Paul.
Like 2017. I think he averaged like 20 and 10.
What about Steph? You guys say he was a point guard.
Oh no, Steph's been number 1 since like 2015. It's just been about who's been second.
And John Wall was second point guard.
I said
No,
I said he was
CP3.
top 3.
CP3 was second.
Nah,
CP3 was second.
2017. I'd probably say Russ was second. I'd have John Wall
Oh,
third.
Russ. Forgot about Russ.
And
Yeah.
then it was like John Wall, Kyrie, and Dame in like that next with CP.
So John
in
Wall
that
was
next
better
run.
than Damian Lillard.
2017. You can make the argument.
Man, John Wall was
I'm with you.
killing on the Wizards. I'm not going to do my mans like that, bro. That boy was crazy. He was top 5, arguably top 3 point guard in the league. Like, there's no way a guy who's playing at that high of a level is a bust ever.
All right, I'm just asking a question.
All right. Lastly, Doc Rivers on Ben Simmons' return. He says, I don't know why I would talk about a guy in street clothes.
Yeah, y'all about to give Ben Simmons his money for that grievance. Y'all really violated Ben. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can't bully people and act like it's cool. Been saying this since the beginning. You guys try to make normalize bullying. Crazy to me. Just because it's the NBA and back in the day, this is not. No.
How did they? Who's bullying who? Doc Rivers bullied Ben Simmons.
The 76ers in that entire thing, if there's smoke, there's probably a fire.
The fans probably bullied him. But the Sixers
Not
organization
probably.
didn't bully him. They did, yeah. They bullied the hell out of him.
So,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, you're not gonna sit here and tell me Joel wasn't talking crazy behind his back in the locker room. I play basketball
Like,
for a
how-
living. I know how this goes.
How is that
The way Ben was acting was like he had a recorder in the locker room and he heard specifics. That's how he was acting.
Bro, we all know, I'm not gonna lie. We all know how Ben Simmons is soft, bro. Like seriously. Like
You can't call
and
Ben
Joe-
Simmons
and I
soft.
don't
If I
know-
hear somebody in the locker room talking shit about me, you gonna call me soft
did
because
he
I don't want to
say?
play with them anymore?
we know
I
what
don't
he
know.
said?
I'm just we're
'cause
both
if it's-
alleging.
if it's that drastic, I feel you. If it's something crazy, but if he's talking about my game, bro, and how I was playing and everything, he was like, nah, this guy playing like he's ass. All right then, cool. I was
Dub,
playing
if
like
I came
was
up here
trash,
every
bro.
single day and talk
Hold
to you about how you pod, how would you feel? If I just
About
jumped
what?
to
Fuck-
conclusions,
But
said wild things like, Dub, you should be saying this on the pod, you be doing this on the pod, every single time you hop on, you wouldn't feel bullied? Or you would just say, I'm talking-
Joel Embiid was doing that every single time.
I mean, I don't know.
'Cause
You
what
just
you're
said
the scenario in which you're telling me, is Joel.
he did it a
Embiid
lot.
was
He did
talking
it. He
behind
did it
his back,
publicly.
publicly,
yo,
whatever.
Dub, can you point to specific examples as to why Ben Simmons is soft?
I just don't like the way. I mean, you can even see it on the court sometimes. Him being, like
Like
afraid
giving
of
up
the
the layup
moments,
for.
giving up the layups like
example.
that, just being afraid.
Okay,
of the moments,
so let
afraid
me
of
ask you this.
criticism.
Let me ask you this:
Mhm.
If who he passed it to, Thibault? If Thibault had gotten that three off and made it,
I would
Wo-
still,
would you-
I still would have wanted Ben Simmons to take that. And I don't even want to talk about that play in general because that's the play that everyone goes to. But it's been a constant thing with Ben Simmons. Like he got rattled by Jared Dudley against the Brooklyn Nets, and that really triggered something. That triggered the aggressiveness. But then the very next series, it was like, bro, you're peeling away from the moment. Like you're just not there. And to me, I just feel as if he's always worried about.
So
what
what
people say,
about-
which is
so
why
what
he's
about-
struggling with his shooting?
Okay, so should we come at Dame the same way when CJ McCollum had to crutch him along in a few of those playoff games?
But
Should
it's
we
a
just
difference
kill him
because
as well?
Dame's always aggressive though. Dame will
Russ
always
is
be
soft
aggressive.
too,
Okay.
then, right?
All right.
How is Russ soft? He's aggressive player. How is that him being
But
soft?
he's complaining about, or at least he's defending himself against whatever's onslaught from the media and from the fans he's getting right now.
But you know what? Russell's being outspoken about it. He's talking back
So-
about it. Ben Simmons is bro.
I mean, Ben Simmons is showing with his actions.
You can't tell somebody
Yeah,
how to
I'm not
mental
arguing with
health.
that.
You can't tell somebody how to mental health. That's what mental
I'm
health
not
is.
defending anything. I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Show him
I'm
his
just saying, it's like
actions. The guy hasn't.
I'm
even
trying
stepped
to
on the
figure out
court.
why you say certain players are soft and others aren't.
Because the way that Ben Simmons showed me, the guy hasn't even stepped on the court, bro. He hasn't done anything.
He was just in
hasn't
Philly.
stepped.
I didn't think he was going to
Bro,
go to Philly.
He hasn't stepped on the court. He hasn't done anything at all. He hasn't clapped
So
back. He
is-
hasn't bro. It's
Is
just
Kawhi soft?
practice. He goes to the practice and everything.
So he should act
makes
like a
whole-
macho man.
he
You want
does
him to act
little-
like a
he-
macho man. That makes him not soft, acting like a macho man.
Act like Jimmy Butler. There you go.
So Jimmy Butler is a man because of what?
I never said that. No
he's
put
his
words in my
macho.
mouth. I never
He's
said
his-
that. I never
So
said
what
that.
how did you just said that he was soft because he's not acting like Jimmy Butler because he's
It's
not
just the
acting
way
how
he's handling- It's just the
Okay.
way he's handling this whole situation. I don't agree with it. I don't like it, and I just think it's very soft. He goes up to practice, he's like a pouty face, like, "Oh, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here," and then the coach kicks him out for that. Like, come on, bro. If you don't want to be there, say it with your chest. Don't just show up and just be all lackadaisical.
Is
Like, come
James
on.
No,
Harden-
they
is
forced him
James
to come
Harden
back.
soft?
He had to come back. But what I'm saying is like he is showing with his actions that he's not with this at all. I've seen this plenty of times.
I would much rather you show me with
your
your actions than just be out here chatting and then when it come down to it, you're not about that life.
What has he showed with his actions? What,
because
that he hasn't
you
put in?
could because here's the thing. You
He
could
said, "I'm
also
not
make the
playing."
argument. You could also make the argument in saying that the Sixers franchise and all of their players are soft because when Ben Simmons was in the practice,
They didn't do
they had their
nothing.
chance to like really come at him. They didn't do nothing.
Yeah, yeah,
They
you
went.
could.
Joel
they
Embiid
could've.
went behind the little what's it called, the little curtain, did an interview
Yeah, I don't
and
agree with that.
started taking
Yeah, I don't
shots,
agree with that.
but was right
My
there
whole
with them in
thing-
the layup line. We seen it, and had
Yeah,
nothing to
if
say.
If you can't sit here, I don't know if he spoke that to Ben Simmons, but if he didn't say that to Ben Simmons directly, and then he's like, my whole thing is, I'm not gonna say something about y'all that I wouldn't say to y'all face. I would definitely tell y'all something in your face if I have anything to say. So if Joel Embiid, feel me, never, outspoken that to Ben Simmons, and he did that on the little interview or whatever. I can see how that's like that's messed up. That's messed up in my eyes.
Is it soft?
That's fake. It's not really soft. It's fake. You're just being fake.
Okay.
All right, fellas, let's get into this Jimmy Butler gauntlet. We're going to list off 15 players, and you guys let me know if you're taking them over Jimmy Butler. Shaq, this is for a season or a more extended amount of time?
Whoever beats Jimmy, they become the person that moves along. We're just starting with Jimmy, and we're starting with Dub.
All right, come on.
Jimmy Butler versus DeJounte Murray.
Jimmy.
Is this who we're starting a franchise with?
Yeah.
Good question.
Oh, I was taking it as just who's the better player.
Okay, let's the better piece because I'm with that. Who we starting a franchise
Better
with?
piece. Who you're starting this year with? Like everybody's 0-0. We all doing a 32 team draft.
I'm choosing
Who you
Jimmy
pick?
Butler over
This year,
DeJounte
you
Murray.
say,
Yeah, I'm choosing Jimmy Butler over DeJounte Murray
All right.
to start a franchise. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jimmy.
We taking everybody's vote?
I don't care how we
Yeah,
do
I
it. We
thought
get
it was like one person gets a vote, and then the next,
and then the next person.
bracket is the
Okay.
next
So that was
person.
Dub. So now Jimmy moves on,
All right.
and it's on whoever's next.
Euro, you're next. Got Jimmy Butler, Anthony Edwards.
And starting a franchise, right?
Yeah,
That's what we're going off of. Yeah.
Who is
and-
it?
for one season though.
No.
Oh, for one
today.
season.
Yeah, today.
Oh, what? Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler.
Okay. Shaq, it's on you. Jimmy Butler, LaMelo Ball.
I'm going Jimmy, of course.
All right. War Machine. Jimmy Butler, Brandon Ingram.
Jimmy.
Dale, you got Jimmy Butler or Shea Gildress Alexander.
Shea.
Bye, Jimmy.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Good run.
That's terrible, bro.
Jimmy.
There's no way.
Damn, that's tough.
Although I do think Shea is
Shea
very
over
slept
J-
on.
Shea
Shea
over
Dub,
Jimmy
defend
Butler?
Jimmy then. Dub, defend
Bro,
Jimmy.
Shea over Jimmy Butler, though? Come on, bro. That's nasty, bro.
Jimmy should have lost to Brandon Ingram.
He should have
Why?
lost to Brandon
What is
Ingram.
wrong with
He
Why?
you?
should have
Why?
lost to
Why?
Brandon. I was with you on that. He should have.
Why?
But you don't have to
I
pay him
think
back
that-
with Shea.
Because yes, I did. Because y'all said we starting 0-0. We're starting the team. You don't know who the other pieces will get. I think it's easier to fit a very good team around Shea right now with a good coach and Brandon Ingram
Yeah.
than Jimmy Butler. That's why I would have picked. That's why.
Basically,
Yeah,
If y'all
and
said
I
who's
like
better
that.
with the
I like
Miami
that.
Heat and the Miami roster they have right now, I will go Jimmy Butler. But y'all said I could find more better pieces with a Shea to make a team better and Briat than I could, even LaMelo, to be honest, than I could with Jimmy Butler. But that's why. But you guys have your way. I have mine. Sneezing time.
All right, Dub. You have Shea now versus Ben Simmons.
Hey.
Okay. Euro. Shea versus
Come
Darius
on,
Garland.
man.
Oh
Come
no,
on,
wait. Go
man.
ahead, Shaq. What's the issue?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Nah, I'm not with you on
Say
that
it.
one. Nah, I'm choosing Ben. That's offense and defense. Y'all sit here and try to act like Ben has no offense. He's a passer.
But if we're going for a team this season, Ben ain't even played.
So who would you want on that Nets team, War Machine? Ben Simmons or Shea?
Shea will play.
I know, but who would you want?
The guy who can play.
So you're trying to tell me if Ben Simmons started the season with the Nets, he wouldn't be playing?
We, like Dub said earlier, I have to see it.
This is why these debates get nasty. We're asking these questions based on them being able to play. Like,
I mean, but
Like,
Ben will be
well,
playing
if
for
it was
any
based
other
on- if
team
it
in the
was based on
league.
Who's just the better player? I'd be agreeing, but I'd also have Jimmy Butler over Brandon Ingram. But then you said it was just based on building a team. I think it's easier
for
to build
building a team for this year, right?
Yeah, I think
easier to-
it's easier to build a
but-
team around someone who is playing.
But everyone is in the cards. If they bring up Kawhi in this list, I haven't seen it, or Paul George, I will understand because I know what they do. It's not to. No one's injured when we do these type of drafts, like or whatever we're doing. No one's injured. This is how I look at it. No one's injured. So to say it's only because Ben's not going to show up, it's like
That was
Duh.
But that's because
like-
drafts
Dale,
are
can
typically
I-
all time for us.
Though, can
said
I
what?
ask you something?
That's
Sure,
because
ask whatever you
drafts
like.
are typically all time, and so
no,
we're
not draft. I meant like
consider-
stuff like these, like
Dell,
Yeah,
let me
the
ask you
versus
something.
Yeah.
What's more dangerous, Jimmy Butler and Paul George, or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Paul George?
what's more dangerous?
What's better? What's better?
Probably Jimmy and Paul George.
What's better, Jimmy or Joel Embiid, or Shai and Joel Embiid?
Probably Jimmy and Joel Embiid.
So what's better, Jimmy or Kawhi Leonard, or Shai and Kawhi Leonard?
Jimmy and Kawhi. Keep going.
So, bro, so I'm naming up all these other pieces, right?
Mhm.
I don't understand within your mindset how it's easier to build around Shai at all.
You're bringing up. Look who you're bringing up.
You're bringing players better than Jimmy.
You're bringing players better than
Chris
Jimmy
Paul,
Butler.
Chris Paul, and Jimmy Butler.
You think Jimmy Butler's better than Chris Paul?
Shai was on the same team with Chris Paul, right?
Average
Do you
20
think-
points, went to the playoffs.
Do you
he
think-
was a
do-
young buck then. He
Okay,
didn't
okay.
even come
Will
up
you
like,
Shai this
into
year?
his own.
Will you Shai this year? Will you Shai this year and Chris Paul this
Shai
year?
this year and CP would be problems.
That would be nasty.
It would be problems, but would it be
yeah.
better than Jimmy Butler?
Possibly, Dub. Honestly,
Yeah,
I'm not
like-
even. I'm not
Stop.
down. I'm sorry, Dub.
I'm
mad
with
at
that.
really.
I'm with
all
that.
y'all.
I'm with that.
I'm a
Bro.
Jimmy fan, but what you're also doing is like you're bringing one player. Like everything's a team concept, bro. Like it's a team concept.
My whole thing with you don't want to pick Jimmy Butler just because of what? The shooting, right? That's it.
No, how you gonna tell me why I don't want to pick him?
Because I know that's what you like, Dell. You don't like the fact that Jimmy can't space the floor out like that.
No, I do not. I'm a Jimmy Butler fan. What are you talking about? I think it's not Shaq you're talking to. I'm a Jimmy Butler fan.
Why do you feel as if it's harder to build around Jimmy?
I think if I'm starting a team 0-0, if all these pieces, I said, all right, I got Jimmy Butler here. Then you gotta look around and then maneuver. With Shai, you could play the 1-2. You're a better scorer than Jimmy.
Jimmy
when
can't play the one.
No, he can, but Shai does it better. I've seen Shai since Giddy been out, and I didn't even know he had all that tools in his bag. I'm just being honest.
Nah, Shai's tough. I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
I'm
disrespect
just
Shai, but
being
the
honest.
defense
But
makes
okay,
up for that, bro.
Jimmy, you say what?
The defense that Jimmy has makes up for that.
Makes up for what?
That little offensive deficiencies that you're talking about.
Right, but this is why we're building a team. We're building a team that could help out with Shai on that regard.
But I have
Jimmy,
a guy.
Jimmy would never be the type of scorer Shai is ever.
No, he wouldn't.
Ever.
He wouldn't.
Ever.
He wouldn't.
So that's
fine.
I'm going with that.
So
sorry.
you like the scoring. That's what it is. You
I'm
just like the
going with
scoring and
that.
building
To
around
start,
scoring,
I'm
right?
going with that. And he's
Paired with
could be-
CP3, you have
and-
to, so Shai was able to take advantage of what CP3 is bringing to the
And that's
plate
where I was
way
going
more than
with
Jimmy
what
Butler.
I'm
That's
about
what
to
he's
say.
saying.
That's what I'm saying next. Like Shai, you could put him with 2 players better than him, and he'll still be on the court being able to. I don't know how Jimmy will react as being a third man.
Bro,
Because
Jimmy was
Jimmy's in that tweener list of he's a go-to guy, he's a superstar, not he's an ego guy. He needs the ball, like you know what I'm saying. So I don't know how
that's not true. I told you, Jimmy Butler, especially on the Miami, he showed that he could play in the system. He showed that he could, even on the Chicago Bulls, that he could be that third guy. When,
but this is the thing.
Do that, Dale.
No. He
But
had
that
to be
Jimmy
that
Butler
third
wasn't the same as who you
yeah,
have
exactly.
now.
He had to be. Don't even bring up Bulls. He had to be that. He couldn't walk in there like when he went with Minnesota, with Philly, with all these stuff. It's a tweener line. Yeah, he could play the third role, but could he really? Like with Miami, you say he could. He's in a system, but everybody still looks at that as Jimmy Butler's team.
I think Jimmy Butler could fit into any type of situation, no matter what, and still be Jimmy Butler and still be great.
Maybe.
I mean, we seen
Maybe.
the Philadelphia Sixers. You're not gonna sit here and tell me the Sixers was a great fit for Jimmy Butler. It was terrible with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. No spacing whatsoever. He almost beat the champs, bro.
Okay, so you're saying that terrible. Put Shea there.
They're not going to Game 7.
Is it terrible?
They're not going to Game 7. I don't like it. I think Jimmy Butler
why?
on that team is better than Shea.
I don't know, Dub.
Come on, bro. Stop.
I don't know. With
Ben
and Joel, I don't know.
But this is why it's so hard. It's so hard to debate because it's just opinion. So it's like I can't.
Right. That's why when you said yours, I said mine, and we was on another player, and then you went back. You was over thinking to bring up Joel and Paul George and Kawhi. And now we're here.
Yeah, man.
All right. Euro, it's back on you. Shea or Darius Garland?
Shea.
Shaq? You have Shea or Tyler Herro?
Darius Garland.
I agree.
With Darius Garland? All right, let's put him in there.
Shea.
Like, why are we going backwards? This is never gonna end. You're not supposed to
said
change
Shea.
Hero's pick.
I said Shea. I said Shea.
You're choosing Shea over Tyler Herro?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Marz, you have Shea or Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown is our new guy. Dale, you got Jaylen Brown or Donovan Mitchell? Yes, it gets tough.
I like that.
It gets tough.
Damn. New York, Boston. Shea.
That's how you have to think about what Jaylen Brown would be in a situation like D. Mitch.
Nah, I'm just
Like
thinking
his
them
team.
who I'm just looking at me with I'm starting a team right now. Who would I go after first?
Doesn't Jaylen got 250 pieces this year? I know
That
he
don't
had
mean
that
nothing to me in
opening
my
night.
selection. I'm not thinking of none of that.
I'm not even trying to, persuade you right now. I'm just talking
No,
about
Jaylen Brown has 250 pieces. That's crazy if he does.
I think he
Damn,
does.
who?
Him and Tatum both got a few or a couple.
D. Mitch.
Can somebody
JB.
fact check Ron?
I think he got one maybe.
Yeah,
Opening
he
night,
got
he
one
went
for
crazy.
sure.
I don't
Opening
know
night.
if it was
I
50.
think
I think he
I
had.
don't know if it was 50. I know he
I
went crazy.
think he had 40 without J.
Ron gets a
JT
little
in the
wild
game.
up here with those when he starts alluding.
I'm gonna go Jaylen Brown. No. I'm gonna go D. Mitch. I'm just stay New York for this one. I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna go D. Mitch.
okay.
That's good.
Dub,
That was a good one.
it's back on you.
Mhm.
How ironic. You got Donovan Mitchell versus Zach LaVine.
Donovan Mitchell.
Without a
That
bat of an
easy.
eye.
Donovan Mitchell.
Okay. Euro, Donovan Mitchell or Karl Anthony Towns?
Mitchell.
Shaq, Donovan Mitchell
Say it, Shaq. Say it.
or Paul George?
Exactly.
To be honest, with Karl Anthony Towns, if I get to pick the team that goes around him, I'm choosing him over 99% of this list. Of these guys. If I get to choose the pieces that go around him. But who do I have?
You have Donovan Mitchell or Paul George?
Paul George, easily.
Okay. Marz, Paul George or Demar Derozan?
PG.
Dale, last but not least, you got Paul George or Jason Tatum?
Oh my goodness. Damn.
Same player.
I'm gonna go with PG. I'm gonna stay with PG. gonna stay with PG right now for today. Ask me tomorrow, I might pick Tatum.
All right.
Shaq, do you think Cat is due for a chip? Not
I feel like
maybe
if he-
but like it's in his imminent future.
Yeah, I feel like it's the same thing, the same Damian Lillard syndrome. Like but it's not quite the same because I feel Cat is loyal to a fault, but at the same time, he has a breaking point. Cat has not had anybody around him for you guys to sit here, well, for Dub to sit here and call him a loser, say Cat ain't this, Cat ain't that, when Cat's an incredible player, he's
Cat's a
extremely
loser.
efficient,
Cat's
and
a
if you
loser.
put and if you put him around, so if you put him, Dale, if you put him with Tatum, is he still a loser?
Yeah, but we doing all. We'll stop. We don't do that for no one else, Shaq. He's a loser. You never did that for Carmelo Anthony. You never did that for no one. You call these empty stats carnival and all this stuff. Cat's a loser.
I'm just
He's a loser.
projecting into their
Until
career.
proven,
He's
you can't
very
project.
young. So is Jason Tatum a
Okay,
loser?
but You call.
Is
what?
Jason
No,
Tatum
they said-
is Jason
nope,
Tatum a loser?
Nope. You called
Because
Luka
he's had a
in his
better
4 years
team?
loser.
So what about Cat? Let's take away Cat. Let's take away JT and put Cat on those Boston Celtics teams. And what do
We're
you
not
think's
doing
happening?
that.
No, I'm just
We're
asking you.
not
What do you
doing
think's
that.
gonna happen?
Well, sorry for not being drafted.
I'm
the way you've been drafted.
exactly. You
No,
can't penalize
you
somebody
can't-
from.
No,
All right,
you
man.
penalize people all the time for that, but now you want to use it for
No,
Cat?
no.
You
Car-
wanna
Carmelo-
say-
What if
Carmelo has
what if
had
Carmelo
chances
got
to go-
drafted by the Pistons?
Carmelo got drafted to a good situation, to be honest.
What?
What if
With-
he got
with-
Time
drafted to the?
out. Wait, hold on, Dub. Wait. Let me put my mellow cape on. What?
I feel like Denver, that wasn't a good
situation was
situation for him.
What was the Denver record and Cleveland Cavaliers record the same before LeBron got there?
I mean, it's gonna
Same
take.
record.
I mean,
Both
it's
of
gonna
them
take. It's not
17
like I'm not saying he got drafted to the
Both
freaking.
of them 17 and 65.
All right, though.
That's a good situation. And that first year, he made him go to the playoff. I think like Melo's first 6 or 7 years, he didn't miss the playoffs, and everybody was still calling him a loser.
So who's a bigger
first.
loser, Cat or Melo?
Cat, the biggest loser on Apprentice.
So everybody that played. So was KG a loser before he left?
No, Cat's a loser.
Based off of
Hold
what?
on, no, because we can't say that Cat's a loser and not say that KG wasn't a loser.
How?
Yeah, we can. On this show, we can. It's the Twilight
KG
Zone.
made the KG made the
Playoffs.
conference
He was-
finals.
He was playing meaningful games. What are we doing?
Nah,
Are you serious?
he was, but then
No,
Minnesota
stop.
team- I'm not even. Look, I'm not even gonna say
only
KG was a
Shaq
loser.
believe in this empty stat carnival.
I'm
But
gonna go back. I'm
Cat
not
is a
gonna say-
loser
I'm not gonna say KG was a
on
loser.
his empty stat and on records. He's a loser.
So who else is losers in the league?
I don't know. You tell me.
You
call
never
people
know.
losers.
You never know. You never
I
know.
only call
You
Cat
never
a
know.
loser.
You never
I
know.
only call Cat a loser. Zach
Based
LaVine
off of
loser.
based off
That's
of what?
two.
Based
Zach
off of what?
LaVine, loser.
But hold on, no, because check
That's
this out.
two.
Zach LaVine played a good chunk in Minnesota, and this is what I was going back to say with KG.
Loser.
It's not that KG was a loser. It's just the Minnesota Timberwolves as a franchise. is a
We're not
losing
doing all that. He told me
organization.
name another
So
one.
any-
Zach
so
LaVine
any-
and Cat, two losers.
any player that comes through Minnesota is a loser. Andrew Wiggins before he
Loser.
got-
Andrew Wiggins, he's a loser too.
before he got to the Warriors, he was a loser because he played for the Timberwolves.
No,
It's
you're
a-
not
nah.
gonna do that. That doesn't make any sense because
Jimmy Butler, when he played there,
Butler was
he
there,
was a
they was
loser.
a top
Nope,
three.
they went to the
no,
playoffs
they went
that
to the
year.
playoffs, bro.
That's
What
the
are you
only
talking
year.
about?
It did what?
That was
I
the
don't remember
only
them
year
doing
throughout
anything in
that
the playoffs.
terrible.
I don't
throughout
remember
Yeah,
them
because
doing
Jimmy got
anything in
hurt
the
and
playoffs.
Cat decided to wet the beds.
Exactly, bro.
I don't-
Cat
I don't-
couldn't
I
carry
don't
that
remember-
load when Jimmy
I don't
was,
remember
bro.
them doing
That
anything
goes
in
to
the
the
playoffs,
character
though.
that they have, bro. Like
So,
you
I
got
can't-
so
sit
Jimmy
here and
would
blame the
have
organization.
stayed there. If
KG
Jimmy would have stayed there,
God, bro.
things would have turned around. No, KG was.
Yeah,
But the
Diggs would have
franchise
turned
was
around if he
shit.
stayed there and Cat and
If-
Carl
if-
had the
if
time
K-
that
if
could-
Nah, if Jimmy stayed there,
that
would have turned
franchise
around for sure.
Man, hell no. If
Bro,
the big
stop,
ticket,
bro.
if the big ticket could make Minnesota something, nobody
He did
can.
make Minnesota
No, hey,
something
look,
though. What you talking about?
It'd take LeBron James to go there.
He
for this
made
to
the
do anything.
Timberwolves relevant, bro.
Man.
So Dale, was Anthony Davis a loser before he got with the greatest of all time, LeBron James, and won a championship?
No, he wasn't. Nope. I don't think he was. He made to the playoffs twice or 3 times with the Pelicans, I think. Was losing to like Warriors with KD once. Like he was fighting. Fighting. Cat loser. Who else?
So it doesn't.
Name
So War Machine. And I don't know if you have this type of time on your ends. I know we're in the middle of a pod, but can I go, or can you go and just look at some of Cat's rosters just so I can get an update of who he had on his team? Because
I knew you were gonna do this, and I was supposed to get up before, so I'll be right back because you started.
Is that not fair? Euro,
No,
is
it's
that not
fair,
fair?
it's fair. I'm going to get my bag of chips because I like when you do this.
So
Should I
you're
start
telling
from
me
the
so you're telling me a person that was drafted to a certain team, his roster does not matter to a certain franchise.
He's played with 3 number 1 picks.
Played with Zach LaVine, who's great right now. He played with Andrew Wiggins, who's great right now. And they couldn't reach that potential playing next to Karl Anthony Towns.
So if Karl Anthony Towns was on the goddamn Warriors, what would happen? If he was on the Celtics, what
They
would
would be
happen?
great.
No,
They
put
would
him
be great 'cause he
on a
wouldn't be the
team
best-
other than the
he
Wolves.
would-
How many winners are out there that aren't the guys that just have had the luck of being on a better franchise? Like,
Are you-
if
are
they
you-
were
are you
somewhere
asking
else,
me?
They would just be considered. No, I'm talking in general because I feel like calling somebody a loser is one thing, but calling somebody a loser based on on the franchise that they're on is a little bit nasty.
I'm not.
Like, I
Bro,
wouldn't
the
go
year-
that far.
The year that Jimmy Butler got out, bro, they had Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, Jeff Teague, Taj Gibson, Sarich, Josh Okogie. It's not a bad team, bro. It's not.
Was
Did
Wiggins
they-
was Wiggins the same type of player that he is now? Go ahead and lie, Dub, and say yes, so we can go
But
pull
you
up the
see-
receipts.
But that goes to bro.
That goes to
what I'm
who's
saying, like,
around him on the goddamn court. It's the
But- and
same. It's the
that's a
same.
part of
Hold on.
it.
It's the
Wiggins-
same. Hold on.
Wiggins-
Wait.
Wiggins-
It's the same. It's the same. It's the same exact argument. Then why wasn't he an All-Star? Why was he such a loser then? Why? What? So why when he magically goes to the Golden State Warriors, he's an All-Star? Why? How does that happen?
Because of the
Also,
situation. There's
let's
less
talk about
pressure.
D'Angelo
I'll
Russell.
answer. There's less pressure
D'Angelo
on
Russell
him.
in
There's le-
Brooklyn versus D'Angelo Russell in Minnesota. We
There's
haven't
less-
heard anything about
there's
him. You
less
guys
pressure.
forgot D'Angelo
Bro,
Russell even
bro,
lived
bro.
in Minnesota.
Ron, hold up. There's less
and we
hold
haven't
up,
talked
Ron,
about
hold up,
D'Angelo Russell since the summer.
Hold up, Ron. There's less pressure on Andrew Wiggins to carry that load, so it's easier for him to excel. Like you said, expectations. There's less of an expectations for him to meet. It's easier for him to play at a higher level. You and Marz told me this, right? So Andrew Wiggins is playing at this high of a level. There's less of a responsibility on him because you got Curry, you got Green, you got all these other things. It's easier for me to get off.
So I just want to ask War Machine a question. So is this a valid argument that Dale in Dub are making? I just if you wanted to add some insight to
I
anything
think
that's happening.
Cat's had some pieces. He's played with his rookie year was.
Did he have the
really
same pieces as Anthony Davis? Has he had the same pieces as Jason Tatum? These are yes or no questions. Has he had the same pieces as Andrew Wiggins has right now? For whatever reason, Dub just brought him up.
I just think
He
just
had
think
pieces
that
like Jimmy Butler.
if Jason Tatum
young
was
Zach
on the
LaVine,
Timberwolves- I'll
young-
answer this. If Jason Tatum was on the Timberwolves, if whoever the hell you
Hell
name was
no,
on the
Dub.
Timberwolves, they're
No,
doing
Dub.
better than Cat.
They're not making the playoffs.
They're doing
Yeah,
better
they
than Cat.
are. They
Probably
are.
can make the
They're not
playoffs.
making the
And Jimmy
playoffs like
Butler's
that.
not leaving. And Jimmy Butler's not leaving.
I don't think we care if Jimmy Butler's there or not. We don't win a championship with
He
Jimmy
left-
Butler.
he
He's a
left because
loser.
of the- He left because of the laziness that Andrew Wiggins and Cat had, and the fact that they were so talented and they couldn't reach their potential.
I thought you
That was
just,
the
but then you
reason he
just
left.
bigged up Andrew Wiggins, saying that he had Andrew Wiggins. So if Andrew Wiggins was lazy then, how is that any different now?
Because it was Andrew Wiggins and Cat. Cat's a part of that.
You just said he had Andrew Wiggins. This is all allegedly, by the way. Because when we look at
Wiggins
Cat's
did put up-
numbers,
Wiggins
that
did
doesn't
put
tell
up
me
24
lazy.
1 year.
Empty stats.
Oh, okay.
Empty
right.
stats carnival.
So everybody up here, I got a question for you regarding the Timberwolves right now. They're the number 7 seed, and they're scheduled to play the Clippers in the playing game. I'm gonna go around and ask everybody: do they beat the Clippers? Dale. Dub.
If they beat the Clippers, it's because of Anthony Edwards.
You're
No, Dub. No, Dub. No. Stop
Yup,
being nasty.
Yup.
Euro, yeah.
What if Cat goes crazy, has a 50 ball and everything?
It'll
Then
still
I'm
be
wrong.
because of Ant. It'll
Then
still
I'll be
because of
wrong.
Ant.
I'll be wrong. I'll die on that hill.
Euro, you got him winning or nah?
I mean, I'm just trying to get where Dub is. I'm really trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, Dub, that you're not a hater in this situation.
You
Oh,
can
no,
call
he's
me
a hater. He's a hater.
You can call
for
me a
sure.
hater. I don't care.
No,
Call me one. You could call me one. I don't care. I'm fine with that. I'm not
The
worried
thing
about.
with all of this that is sad, I think Cat is a better talent than everybody you're naming, Shaq. I agree with you there, but he is a loser.
That's fair.
I think that too.
Like, I don't, and this is Shaq first time bringing up people and their teammates. Like, you created something called Empty Stat Carnival, and now look what you're doing. It's the Listen, Ron.
I'm going based off a projection, and if Cat was in a different situation, then maybe he wouldn't be a part of the Empty Stat Carnival. That's all. I feel like Cat's game is very unique.
But that thing could have happened.
Switch Luka and Cat out. Where are they?
Why would I switch Luka and Cat?
I'm just asking you a question. Where are they?
The Timberwolves? Wherever you want them to be.
All right, fellas. Let's get into our viewer submitted questions. Shaq, what was his name earlier? Hunter?
I feel like Dub has a question.
Dub, do you have a question?
What was I gonna say? No, I was just gonna say, like I always say, like Cat's talented. It's just what he does with that talent. It's not good enough for me.
All right, that wasn't really a question. It was more a statement.
Yeah.
So moving on, the top 5 deepest teams in the league. My man Hunter asked us earlier. I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna give everybody one team to pick from, and we'll just do our players' choices. Unanimous top 5 teams. Marz, we're gonna start with you. Who's the top 5? Who's your top 5 or in your top 5 deepest team in the league? Who would you start with?
The first team I'd say is probably Miami.
The Miami Heat. Okay. You're up.
Am I wrong to say Cavs? They're young, a lot of potential, but I think Mobley, I think Garland. I think they have a nice little core, you know.
Wait, deep is like you're talking about bench unit, right?
Yeah, like
one through
yeah,
10,
deep.
basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or run through 12.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Depth only matters if you can really implement it and, you know, take advantage of it.
So which teams do you think implemented and take advantage of it?
Of their bench the best?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to stick with the teams at the top. You have to stick with the teams at the top.
All right, so who you got?
Bulls.
Bulls. All right. Shaq.
Phoenix.
Dub.
Memphis.
Okay, Dale.
Brooklyn Nets.
All right, there you go. We have nobody said the Warriors?
I wanted someone to say the Warriors.
I thought somebody else was gonna pick them. That's
but they
crazy.
didn't at your turn. Why didn't you?
Because I thought you was gonna pick them. Honestly, I just wanted Memphis up there.
My first pick was Miami. I think they're the deepest team in the league. But
They
I was hoping someone would say Golden State.
I think Brooklyn Nets are the deepest team in the NBA.
How deep does Miami go?
They go all the way, baby.
Jesus.
I was being serious.
All the way.
Like 9, 10. Like with legit players.
And the Suns don't?
Bro. Oh nah, Miami's way deeper, bro. Like we got guys who just I think
they got guys who come in on.
Shaq, I really don't like the Suns bench like that.
I feel like they got 8 or 9 guys that are averaging double digits. That's why I said that they're the deepest, and they play defense.
Oh, I don't know the stats. I don't know why. I think Cameron. I like Cam.
I'm going based off of stats
Cam.
because that's kind of
Johnson.
realistic to what's happening in the games. That's what happens. But I mean,
but that's just because they don't have a volume scorer, right? Other than
I mean, so that's why they're so.
Yeah, someone has to score.
Why?
Bro,
Why would?
What?
So then that's the reason that they're deep, because I would much rather want that point of attack than have to depend on 1 or 2 guys.
Yeah, I
Phoenix
guess.
or Miami.
Because
For
I think
Phoenix.
before CP got hurt, campaign like minutes were dwindling. He wasn't playing, to be honest, really. Now his stats are going to be inflated a little bit because when CP come back, it goes back to the bench, so it gets accumulated.
He's still playing every single game and almost averaging double digits. So why does that matter?
What do you mean?
But why does that matter? You said his stats are inflated. I just said 8 or 9 guys average around 10 points.
Right, but his stats will be inflated based on him playing starter minutes right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So what they're saying is when they're hurt, their stats start going up.
So
because
did
they
he
have
not
more
play when
opportunity.
CP3 was playing?
That's what I'm saying. But before CP got hurt, his minutes was like it was low. Like I think he wasn't playing like he was playing, but it wasn't as what it is now.
If he checked into the game and he's still averaging, I'm not doing this right now. All right.
His averages are
So wait.
inflated now, Shaq, based on what I'm saying.
Come
That's
on,
all I'm
come on.
saying.
Come
Same
on.
thing for Bismack Biyombo and same thing
Right,
with
that's what
JaVale
it- like,
McGee. All these
JaVale,
stats is
all of them,
inflated
8
because of
missed
injuries.
times because of
Exactly.
injury.
So we can't go off the double digits.
So
that's
if
all
they
I'm
miss
saying.
time because of injury and they're still winning, doesn't that mean that they're pretty deep?
No, they're deep, and we're not saying that. But what are you saying? What are you saying? Are you saying the Phoenix
Yeah,
Suns are more
but you're
deep
not
than
saying
the,
they're deep
Miami
because
Heat?
of that. You're saying
I'm saying that they're deep because they're and they're
And I'm
winning
just saying
games.
those
So do I
stats
need?
are-
Do I?
and, all I'm saying.
So
those
I'm saying
stats
that
are
they're
inflated.
deep. I'm saying that they're deep because they have one of the they have the best record in the league and they have injuries. That's why I said that they're deep.
Jimmy
Now
Butler-
what?
I mean,
answer to
The
that.
Miami Heat. The Miami
And wait,
Heat is the
he
same
wanted
way,
us to
though.
answer something.
The
Let me know. Go ahead. Say it
so
again.
what is the Miami Heat's record and what is the Phoenix Suns record?
I think they're like 4 games behind.
Can I hear the records, please?
It's gotta be more than that.
Yeah,
Dub's
yeah,
just chatting.
The Suns are
The Suns have
up
lost like 10
10
games less than the Heat.
Yeah, I'm
Dub,
gonna be
all right,
I'm
whatever,
gonna
But
be
Dub.
for
Shaq,
that.
they won 18 or 17 in a row with their core guys, right? With their core guys. So they missed Devin Booker for like 3-4 games because of COVID.
The Heat are
Now
deeper.
CP.
The Heat are deeper.
Hey,
I
guys,
wasn't
Superbird.
arguing that. Superbird. Name the show Superbird.
Superbird. The Heat are deeper. The Nets too.
All right, fellas. Shaq, are you want to do a players court? Are you able to do all of that over there?
It's whatever you guys want to do. I'm
We can go into a Q&A segment or we could do players court. How you guys feeling?
Players court, please,
Talk
please,
to me,
please.
talk to me. Players court it is.
Q&A.
Well, I got 1 and 1. What's up, Euro? You the tiebreaker. What you
Dub 53 and 14 to 45 and 24.
I
That's
like
4
We've never done
games.
that before, right?
That's a nice 4 games.
Yeah,
No,
I'd like
because
to
it's
see
just
what
like
that's
I had to big it up. But listen. You.
I
saying that
had
they
to
was hurt
big it up. I
because-
clearly said the Suns were deeper because
But
they win
Jimmy
more
Butler-
games, including injury.
But Jimmy Butler and Bam was missing a lot of games as well, Shaq.
Exactly.
And
So
we
then
had
they
games like-
obviously are not that deep if they can't keep up the same production. Dub is what I'm trying to let you.
Keep up the same production, bro. With Struz, Caleb Martin, Omar Yurtseven, Dwayne
Yeah,
Dedmon,
listen,
bro.
y'all a couple COVID cases from looking
Vincent.
crazy over there, but let's
Like,
move
bro,
along.
We had to step up constantly for this year, and we're still missing people. PJ Tucker missed some time. We had come on, bro.
I would much. I'm down for. To end this on a draft.
All right, let's go.
I want to. If it's a players draft or that draft that Ron cooked up.
Ron, what draft did you cook up?
Draft I got is adding. So we take all the current teams right now, and you add an all-time great to that team, that from that franchise. So, for instance, the Miami Heat, you can add Alonzo Mourning.
We got it. Keep
The
going.
Knicks, you can add Walt
Alright,
Frazier.
We got it, Shaq. We got it.
That's Ron. So how do we do that with the draft though?
Yeah.
Do you
Um,
pick like 5 teams and those are the teams you go with, or is
You
it just
just-
you pick whatever team you want?
That's why I wish we did players court because y'all don't put enough energy into the draft that I love so much. Like no more. It's like, come on, bro. I beg and beg, send Shaq message all day about the draft, and then you come up with this.
This has been Ron's draft that he's been wanting to do for a month now.
Yeah,
he
and
just,
then,
he just wants to add. He just wants to add a legend onto.
But
a
which
current
teams?
team.
Yeah, but which
yeah,
teams?
like seeing all these questions. Let's just do a players court, bro.
Victor
Shaq
just
wanna do
gifted
Q&A.
199 to sub to Dub. He loves the Heat appreciation.
No, thank you, man. Appreciate you. We already know, man.
Yo, with the draft, each panelist gets everybody will get 3 picks. So everybody gets 3 or 3 to 5, whatever you guys want to do. You guys choose. the
Can we
players
just do
you
an
think
all-time
will-
draft? Can we just do us 6 at all-time draft?
That's fine.
Let's run it.
What do you say, Dale? Do you want players court? Because I've seen the questions for players court, and there's some heat on there.
I didn't see it, but that
It's
y'all
pretty
making the draft up on the fly. You said an all-time draft. What does that mean?
all-time players. Everybody.
Oh, it's players. I you see when I'm thinking like, oh, best picture type stuff like that. One of those type of draft. But all-time players, what?
Whatever
See,
you want.
No energy for my draft. Like I said.
Because
Yo,
I'm trying to
gave
think
you
of
guys-
we could think of a fire draft, but
Best thing
you don't
y'all
have
used
any
to do
energy.
when y'all made these docs used to be the drafts, but I
Ron
see
makes
how
the
it's
docs
going.
now, and he acts like he doesn't know how to make a draft. It's just always blank. But this one was there.
Could we do players
Shaq.
court? Let's get it. I can't wait to lose first.
Shaq, the drafts are on you.
All right, let's go to players court.
Players court.
Ah,
Let's
come
do
on.
it. All right, chat.
I would prefer a 1v1 players court, Dub versus War Machine.
Okay,
Oh, is that actually what's going on?
we could do it because I gotta go anywhere.
Okay, and then me, Euro, Dale, and Ron pick a winner.
Do a tournament. Yo,
No,
come here.
Dale, can you pick a subject for?
Can't see, so no, I
All
can't.
right, all right. I got it right here. So this is just 1v1, and then we're just gonna pick a Dub. How long you got?
I could do one real quick. Yeah.
Whew. All right, I'll pick a question. Debate style.
Yeah. Marz says a point, I say a point, and then we rebuttal each other afterwards.
Okay.
Fire.
I like that. Okay. Okay. Who's the? Nah, that's kind of nasty. Okay, let's do this one. Who would you rather have in a must-win game? Which player?
Marz, you said that you had Shaq over Kobe, right?
Yeah.
All right. Why do you have Shaq over Kobe?
Oh, okay. Because when I rank players, I rank them based on what they were at their best. I look at longevity, but it's not really a key factor for me. I just look at how good were you at the peak of your powers. And I think Shaq for me is in the top 3 for that. And I don't have Kobe in the top 3.
Oh, so you judge primes.
Mainly, yeah.
Okay, so in that prime, who does Shaq have?
What do you mean, like his team?
Who does Shaq have?
Yeah, he had the rest of the Lakers, Kobe.
He had Kobe.
Everyone.
So
Yeah.
Shaq in his best of his best, he needed Kobe Bryant for who he was to be able to dominate the league, in which he did.
He said
Which
he
is-
needed Kobe to be great.
Yes, he did, because we remember Shaq for three-peats.
Okay,
That's what we
so
remember him for.
2001, Shaq was the MVP. Was
Mhm.
Kobe Bryant in 2001?
Kobe in that playoff setting, he did struggle because he was only averaging 20 points per game in that setting. But for that season, bro, I think he was averaging like 25, 27 points per game.
Okay, and in 2000, when Shaq was again probably the best player in the league,
He
Was
was.
Kobe-
He
was
probably was.
Kobe was Kobe?
Kobe, I think Kobe was Kobe ever since 2001 and on. I mean, him in the playoffs, both of them dropping 30 points per game, bro. I mean, you can't replicate that. We haven't seen that at all. Like, those are the two guys. Like, you got Magic and Kareem, and Magic and Kareem wasn't even doing that. Shaq needed that to elevate him to that new level. You know, he needed Kobe for that. So I get the prime argument, and it's kind of hard because Shaq was so dominant in his time. It's like Shaq's body and just anybody in his prime, but we also have to take into account that Shaq needed that Kobe, and Shaq would tell you that himself. He said, "Yeah, I would take days off, I would slack off because, yo, I knew I had you."
Yeah, but no one's saying Kobe wasn't great. Like, he was clearly the second best player on that team, but doesn't it say a lot about, you could say Kobe was the second best player in the league, but everyone knew who the best player on that Lakers team was.
Yes, it was Shaq, 100%.
So if we're talking about peak, well, if I'm talking about peak, and you would admit that Shaq was better than Kobe,
Yeah,
why are we arguing?
Shaq was better at that time because I just think as a basketball player for Kobe Bryant, it's just easier for me. Like, this is the difference. You're judging prime. I'm not. I'm judging just Kobe Bryant. I see him as one of the best scorers in NBA history, one of the best defenders at the perimeter position in NBA history.
Yeah, but you
he
think
did
that
that
all
for a
because
long
of, you
period
think
of
that
time.
all because of his prime. You're not gonna think, oh, 2014 Kobe is one of the best scorers ever.
I'm not. I don't even think that because the guy has like 12 All NBA defensive team. He's an All NBA caliber of a player. He's one of the best top 3 scorers NBA history. Like the guy brings so much to the table. He could play make at a high level as well. As soon as he got help with Paul Gasol and everything, he went to 3 straight finals, bro. It's hard to do that. He went to 3 straight finals twice, not once, twice, and people underrate that.
That's still his prime. We're just arguing primes.
I'm not. No. I'm not arguing primes anymore. I'm letting you know the basis of my argument. Your prime thing, I don't want to go into the prime thing because it's
But that's
like
what we're talking about. We're not talking about what Kobe
I'm
was
not
doing outside
I,
of his prime. We're not
I'm
talking
not
about rookie year Kobe. We're talking about Kobe when he was the best player.
Kobe's
he was.
prime. Kobe's prime lasted for me a good 10 years, from the
So
year
how
2000
long
to
was
the year
Shaq's?
2013. Shaq was probably what, Magic, probably his 3rd or 4th year, maybe 5th year with the Magic, and
So
then
when he made the finals in '94 in his
yeah, oh yeah.
third year in the league,
Yeah.
You
You
guys
could
have
count
a
that as
minute
the
left.
prime.
and
Dub,
then
so is no.
all the way till he left.
I
the
don't
Lakers.
judge prime. The way I judge prime, it's not an age thing for me. My judgment of somebody's prime is when you playing at a high level, you reach your high level and you sustain that for
So
a
how's
level
that?
of
How's
time.
that not? You said Kobe was what 10 years, but if we're going Shaq '94 till he left the Lakers in 04, 05,
Oh,
that's 10
five.
years. That's 10
Yeah,
years.
10, 11 years. I think Kobe within the time span of 2000 to 2013, I just think he just did a better job than Shaquille O'Neal. I
So
think
you
that his game is just way more reliable for me. You have more options. He could affect the game on more levels than Shaq. It's just Kobe
That's
Bryant. He's
tough.
just elite,
That's
so
elite
tough.
defender.
you think Kobe was more versatile than Shaq is the argument you're making.
He affects the game just at a higher level for me with his defense, with his scoring
So
ability, with
Dub,
his
so Kobe
playmaking ability.
had the best prime ever.
Kobe?
Yeah,
No. What?
I mean, you said his
MJ,
prime
bro.
for 13 years was better than.
Shaq's.
So who
Gotcha.
has so I have Shaq as having the 3rd best prime ever. I don't know where you have him. So who? But clearly you have Kobe above. So who do you say has the best prime ever?
So best prime again, like if you're talking about that 3 years of dominance that Shaquille O'Neal had, yeah, I would say that. But when I look at that
Let's say like 10 years, like Shaq's
10
prime
years,
from
I'm
94 to.
taking Kobe's best 10 years over Shaq's best 10 years.
Are you taking LeBron's best 10 years over Kobe's?
It's a wash for me. I'm not mad at either one.
Let's bring
Why?
it back to our initial argument. The initial question. It was name a Laker that has a better case for being better than Kobe, right?
Well, Dub just asked me about Shaq and Kobe. We never even heard that question, but we could answer that
Yeah.
question. Because my argument wouldn't be for Shaq in that situation. It would be Magic. I just don't get how Kobe had a better prime than LeBron.
Marz, could you tell? I'm sorry to cut you. Can you tell me your top 3 primes, please?
There we go. There we go. There we go. We need to. You need. Yes. Dub, do you have to go?
I will hear this. I want to hear this.
My top three primes is MJ, Bron, and Shaq in that order.
MJ, Bron, and Shaq. Not bad. I didn't know if MJ was your number 1. That's basically
for sure.
yeah.
For sure
Okay,
he's my number one, yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. I'm back on mute. Continue on.
I don't think we should. I don't want to. I don't. Dub, if you want to keep going.
I'm done. Marz, you done?
Yeah, that was cool.
Cool. Why were you guys laughing so much?
Because I was right and you was wrong.
No,
Oh, really?
no. His subtle jabs, like it's just so subtle. You just gotta laugh. You don't even like hear it happening.
Yo, Marz, if I'm ever debating you, don't call it cool. I don't want it to be a fun time. Like it's like I don't want you to be enjoying it. But Marz, if Dub, you gotta go.
What happened? What you got in mind?
No, because I'll tear War Machine up if he wants that. I mean, I know we haven't had that opportunity, but if Marz
like
wants
to
some
see that.
smoke, I'm down to do it.
I'm with whatever.
Oh, so y'all saying I lost? Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
unanimously.
I didn't think so, but all right.
No, I didn't think that was no winner. Honestly,
I
just think Marz is funnier, but I don't think that was a clear winner. Honestly, like,
yeah, I don't.
to be honest, I didn't think Marz said anything about Shaq or you said anything about Kobe. Is both y'all just saying stuff we both know?
So there was no
That's
winner.
all.
I was just stuck on the point that you were making, because you could literally say the same thing about Shaq.
That's what
About
you talking about
what?
me or Dub?
No, Dub.
That's
He
what I
said
just said.
that
Yeah,
you
that's
know
what I just said,
Shaq
right.
was who Shaq was because of Kobe, and I'm like, well, Kobe was who Kobe was because of Shaq. Literally.
Nah, but the reason I brought that up is because he really highlighted his prime, and I'm saying that his prime was with Kobe as well. That's why.
Okay, let's get a vote. Dell, who do you think won? Neck and neck tie. Ron, who do you think won? Neck and neck tie. Euro, who do you think won?
Like I said, I was lost after whatever Dub said, so I think there's no argument there. So
No, we're being nice today. Okay.
So y'all saying I lost.
Yo,
gotta
but
who
here's-
said? Nobody said. All right.
Bro, it really was a wash though. It really was for sure.
Well,
a wash.
I didn't even hear the
Wash,
initial question, so I didn't even know what you guys were
Marz-
saying.
okay, guys,
Marz
all right.
definitely made better. He argued better, for sure, in my
And
opinion.
he has his jokes. Jokes always win.
Y'all
All
be
right,
safe.
Dub.
I gotta go. Yes, sir.
All right, y'all
Um,
made that boy mad. Y'all heard his feelings, not voting for him.
I guess you lost that, Mars. So you want to lose again?
Let's
Mars,
go
we can
Williamson.
no. We can go next show because I do have to go in I only have 7 minutes left, if that.
Oh, all right then, holla at me.
Unless
Stop doing this unless. You always back and forth, bro. It is
I mean, what do
it
you
is.
want to argue, Mars? I mean,
I'm with
you're
whatever,
not doing
anything-
like I'm
anything,
here to let
anything
you.
anything you might disagree with me on, I'm willing to defend.
I feel like we agree on a lot of the same things.
I mean, you think LeBron's the good? I don't agree with that.
Because of championship rings.
I could not include
Please.
championships at all.
Okay, do it. Don't
Okay,
don't bring up rings and tell me why MJ's the GOAT.
Well, obviously, as I said, I value primes. So if I'm talking prime, MJ is easily the greatest scorer ever. I don't think you would disagree with that. So
Can we bring up errors, or is that just a non-starter
what do you want to say about errors?
that he got all of this off in a weaker era than LeBron James?
But then
I'm
the
just
thing I'd say
asking.
the thing I'd say about eras is if we're comparing players who played in different eras, you got to look at what they did in their time.
No,
based on-
I respect that. I respect that.
Relative to their competition, MJ to me was better than LeBron.
So do
like-
we count any of the playmaking that LeBron did? Do those points count? The points that he assisted, or do they not count because he didn't score? He didn't put the ball in the hoop personally.
You can count them. Like I'm not arguing LeBron's a better playmaker than MJ.
So
I'm not arguing that, but I think MJ is a very underrated playmaker,
okay.
especially before the triangle. He was putting up 8 assists a game.
But
Then
let's
you
talk
put him in a
about
system where he comes off the ball more. And then
okay,
the
but let's
system
talk about
out.
the assist that LeBron did have, and let's say that he decided to score the ball and be aggressive as MJ. He wasn't. Okay, I'm just saying, do we account those points to anything, or those points just don't matter?
What,
I'm
are
just
you
asking
saying
a question.
Turn his assists into points. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Or does that not?
Shaq's that.
But
gross,
you could
Shaq.
do that. But if LeBron's taking more
I'm-
shots, couldn't we argue that
That's
his
gross,
efficiency
Shaq.
couldn't we say his
I just
efficiency
asked
was
the
better?
sim-
Stockton is a great. John Stockton's a great scorer, and I'm
He's
out
a
of
great.
here.
He's a great playmaker.
Yeah, he's a great scorer. Bye.
I don't think they'll agree with your take.
I mean, Dell
But I
doesn't,
think- I think-
but Dell can go. You see how
think-
easy that is?
I think LeBron's a great. I have LeBron as the second best scorer ever, personally. So it's not really me.
So who's the
slighting
better?
LeBron.
Who's the better talent? Because when I think of talent, that's why I bring up assists, because assists and rebounds, whatever. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out.
But if we're just looking at points and assists combined, couldn't I make the case that Luka's a better talent than Michael Jordan?
No, I would hope that
why
you
not?
wouldn't. I would
Well,
hope.
why
I
not?
would.
If
I would
we're
hope that you
looking at-
wouldn't.
If we're looking at points and assists, why couldn't I make that argument?
Try. I'm listening. Convince me.
LeBron averages 27 and 7. Luka averages 28 and 8.
No. Wait, but in LeBron's prime, though, let's talk about. You love prime. You're a prime guy.
Yeah, when would you consider LeBron's prime to be?
2010 to about now. At 37.
So average, again, probably about 27 and 7.5.
Well,
in
you're
that time.
comparing Luka's 4 years because we know when he gets to the tail end, all of those stats are going to drop as well. All I'm saying is that you can have Jordan as your GOAT, but when we go up a talent, I don't think he's a better basketball player than LeBron James. So that's why I have him as the GOAT. You can sit here and say that he won 6 championships in that era, and I can say, well, you know what? LeBron probably would have won 6 in that era too. But do I think Jordan's going to 10 straight finals? Hell no.
But it's the talent just because of
No. Answer. Is he going to 10 straight finals?
In the East.
Yes, in the East.
With LeBron's teams or
yeah?
swapping LeBron for MJ.
I mean, yeah, with LeBron's teams.
2011 he makes it. 2012 he makes it. 2013
10 straight. Because we're talking about greatness here.
Well, he made 8 straight, but we'll go 2011 he makes it for sure. All the Miami years he makes it. 2014 you could argue.
I don't think he makes it. I don't think he makes it.
Who does he lose to with Miami?
I don't think he makes it.
Who does he lose to in the East? You gotta say who he's gonna lose to.
Raptors.
When were the Raptors even play in Miami in those years?
So you know.
Shaq, stop it.
When were the Raptors? Did the Raptors
I just.
Bro, just stop.
Did the Raptors even play?
Why are you even entertaining this? I'm just confused. You gotta understand War Machine. Like the weapons you're equipped with, like you got like them big ass rocket launchers and all of this stuff. The pettiness that you guys are fighting over doesn't even, and you can't even grab those type of militant objects to even fight this type of battle. This is a street fight right now. Like, stop.
Yeah, that threw me off.
Come on, like.
Toronto was not the team I was expecting to hear.
Back over here throwing rocks, Ron.
Yeah, like come on, he's using a slingshot. Shaq over here with a slingshot, and you're pulling out.
Yeah, that threw me off completely.
Grenade launchers, like
War Machine, I love you, but I still do think LeBron is the GOAT.
I have him number 2. That's not a big deal for me.
Yeah, and I sometimes have MJ over Bron. Especially when you account for rings. I feel like it's a very hard argument when you guys bring up rings, but basketball player LeBron is better.
Side note, War Machine, we can get into this a little later. Doesn't got to be right now, but I do think you can put Kobe's prime up to LeBron easily and say, well, I have Kobe over Bron, so I think Kobe's prime is better than Bron. I think you could take that 10-year chunk from Kobe from 2000 to 2010, and I think you can easily debate that was better than LeBron from 2010 to 2020.
How do you measure the prime? Is it longevity or is it just like how much havoc he wreaked on the league?
Yeah, how much havoc and just everything they did. But that's why I only did those 10 years, though. So you can't even say longevity.
I mean, but either way, I think LeBron has been in his prime longer and has been playing incredibly, like, you know, in his prime. Like,
no, you can say that. That's why I said
hasn't had a
those 10
drop
years.
off.
That's why I said only those 10 years. Kobe from 2000, when they first went to their first championship, to 2010 when he got his second championship. Or 2001 to 2000.
Versus LeBron's what?
LeBron's 2000 when he got to the Heat to when he from 2010 to 2020.
I don't think LeBron's in his prime anymore.
Well, I'm talking about from 2010. Well, any 10-year span you want to do with Bron, but I would start at 2010 because that's when he went to the first championship with the Heat.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, well, I disagree, but I'm not mad at it. I have Kobe top 6 prime maybe.
Where do you have Larry?
I mean, I could tell you my top 10 is basically all based off primes. And
well, I feel like you've been itching, but don't you want to save that for when Dell's here? But you can give it to the we can revisit it. I would love to hear it.
By the way, I'm super in favor of not ever talking about Larry Bird again. This is like one of my most hated topics right now.
I could say my top 10 now and then say it again when everyone's here, but I got MJ, Bron, Shaq, Kareem, Kobe, Magic, Bird, Steph, Duncan, and Hakeem.
And where do you have?
I don't rank Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. I just don't try to rank the people who played before the ABA NBA merger. Kareem's that exception in that, and then I got KD just on the outside looking in.
I don't like to rank people that played before the 2000. Shout out Izzy Wealth with the Cash App.
Hold up, Marz.
Brandon Wilson.
Hold on, Marz. I do like that benchmark that you said about the merger, but the top 75 list. Like, so you don't agree with that at all then?
Totally not.
I don't either.
I hate that they included everyone who was in the top 50.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
They just did it not to hurt people.
They need their own like shrine.
Yeah, for sure.
That would have been like, you guys are goated.
That's why I don't rank guys like Bill and Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, and that.
Shaq, what were you saying about Is He Wealthy? Because I got a message from him as well.
Came through with the $2 Cash App. Brandon Wilson came through with the $16 Cash App, and he said, "I love the pod. Would love to come on and join one day." We're about to start doing a lot more to where people in the chat or people on our Discord, they can come and be a part of it. We're just figuring things out right now. Yeah, so, and if you guys got any suggestions on topics or segments that we should add, feel free to add that in the Discord. And I don't know how you guys feel about War Machine and if he should be a regular. I guess I'll leave that up to you guys because I don't want to have a biased opinion. Euro Ron, I don't know how you guys feel about War Machine.
I love War Machine.
Based on how that debate against Dub.
I mean, he's already got a following in the chat. You know, they calling themselves Martians. So, you know, I think that's
they call them what? Mars Martians?
No, yeah, like Mars Martians.
Yeah, you know? That's tough. So, that's tough. I like that.
Do I get any credit for discovering Mars, or is that just kind of like?
I mean, you the guy. You kind of supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, exactly, Shaq. What do we?
No, I want that feeling like when Jay-Z discovered J. Cole. I want that.
Okay.
I want that feeling.
Talent always rises to the top.
Jawan super slandered us. Jawan super slandered us in the chat just now. He said he likes Marz because he's younger. It's more relatable. That hurts deeply.
Oh man. All right, well, I'm here for a Marz and Euro show on the side. Marz and Hezzy.
Hey.
I'm with whoever.
Definitely with that. Marz and Hezzy would be tough.
Fire.
All right, well, let's get up out of here. Ron, you want to close us out?
Yeah, I'm gonna read off a message from my guy Izzy Wealthy that he sent me. It's kind of a heartfelt message, and we just appreciate you guys in the chat and everybody who's really a diehard PC guy. Like if you really rock with us, we rocking with you back just as much, if not even more. So Izzy said, "I just wanted to thank you guys. I played college football at San Jose State, and I had a brain injury, so now I have a rare disorder called narcolepsy and cataplexy, which affects my whole life, particularly my sleep. It causes me to have nightmares pretty much every night until I started watching you guys' old videos. As I will fall asleep and they stopped." He said, as I watched you guys' old videos, as I will fall asleep and they stopped, and now I'm able to dream about what you guys talk about. And then he said, weird thing is that people with narcolepsy can't do that. But he said, instead of having nightmares, he has dreams. So that's cool. And then he said, shout out to Shaq, Euro, Bill, Ron, and JD.
That's amazing, man.
That's a great story.
And
Shut up.
Izzy Wealthy, he came on the gridiron one time. He joined the Bull in the Ring, and we actually had him on the show. And I mean, you know, he's a pretty cool guy, down to earth dude for sure.
Dub, have you not had enough?
Makes me super happy to hear that, man.
What? Izzy Wealthy, love you, bro. I'm happy that we were able to help you. What the fuck is going on?
What happened?
I leave for 10 seconds.
Where'd you go?
I just tuned in to see. I was going to go to my job. I seen I had sick time. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to make it on time anyway. So I was like, no, I'm going to just call out. So I go ahead. I look. I see John Stockton's a great scorer. Then I see over here, the way this guy handles it. Then I'm just sitting here like, what the hell's going on? Like, seriously. Like, what is wrong with you guys?
What you mean, Dub?
That's not you guys. That was one person making all those claims.
Who said that? First of all, who said that John Stockton's a great scorer? Well, that needs to be dead.
Who do you think?
I seen Dell say it, and I'm mad that he left.
Well,
where do you think
he got it from?
Who?
Take a guess.
Did he get it from me? Who did he get it from? wrong? Herro? You? He got it from you?
Yes, he got it from Marz.
He got it from you?
He got it from Marz.
No, where you go and believe in him? Don't do this.
Who? Shaq? Shaq, you think that John Stockton's a great scorer?
I mean, based off of the context, man, that I did, I kind of have to say yes.
Bro, come on, bro. Nah, real, bro. The Houston Rockets scored in game 2. The Houston Rockets versus Jazz scored a 260 points. Want to know how much John Stockton had?
How much?
12.
How much did he? How many
12.
assists did he have?
But how many assists did he get? And then put 2 points on for each assist.
He gets
Exactly.
assists, bro, but this guy he's not a great scorer.
But
bro.
that was the argument. Take away assists and give him 2 points for every assist. That's what makes him
Or
a great
3,
scorer.
depending on what was going on.
Yes, that was the argument I had to do with.
Bro,
That's a valid
what?
argument.
You was arguing against that, Marz?
Because I said MJ's a better scorer than LeBron. He said LeBron would be a better scorer if his assists were points.
God bless. Bro, Shaq. God, Shaq. What is this context, Ben, bro? You need to stop, bro.
It was super nasty, but this is the point that we're at. Dale just left.
Dale left. It's fine.
Ron, I wanted to let you know, Ron, you did an amazing job hosting the show. It wasn't JD worthy, but it was like second after me and JD. Actually, you're a better host than me. I get sidetracked.
Yeah, I'm a little better on the gridiron side too. If you guys haven't caught us on gridiron, make sure you come and catch us every Tuesday. Also, man, I know you guys see the beanie. I know you guys like the merch. I'm doing giveaways. I've decided all of a sudden I'm doing giveaways, beanie giveaways. All right. So we're gonna do something like this. Either it's gonna be a game of the night that I'm just gonna choose. I'm just gonna choose it. Game of the night. If you can give me an exact score, you got a beanie. It's hard to do. Very hard to do.
Ron, that's nasty.
Ron, boy, hold on.
You give a better proposition.
Are you trying to never give a beanie away?
I'm trying to give them away. So
exact score.
Hey, you
do a parlay.
A
parlay.
A
14 parlay.
It's a lot of games today, right?
Why does it have to be a parlay? Why you just can't pick somebody out the comments? They just go comment on the YouTube page. You pick somebody, give them a beanie. Or are you trying to save money?
Let Ron do what Ron does, man.
You match my giveaway. And as a matter of fact, you give away Double Holics bag.
Hey.
I was trying to get comments.
But
we need the interaction.
Shaq, bro, wait.
Ron can get comments too. Instead of like DMing you or whatever, you have to comment on this video. You know, hashtag Ronchallenge, and then put in your picks.
Comment the parlay. Yep.
That's what it's got to be. Hashtag Ronchallenge. You got to get every pick right. And today it's not that hard. Really not that hard. Not that hard.
It's always that hard, bro.
I'm about to give away 100 beanies, man.
In fact, we can't do today because the game's already started.
So
Tomorrow it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Damn, it's 9 games tomorrow. Ooh, you guys got your work cut out for you. But if
Ron
you get
is so
all
nasty.
9 right, you get all 9 right, you get a beanie. Hey, you get a beanie.
Yo.
Hashtag Ronchallenge. Go
God,
like the video too. Like the videos. Shaq, we're waiting for your giveaway.
My giveaway?
Yes, your giveaway, Shaq.
I don't know.
Shaq, you're a man with a lot to give. And you're a man with a big heart. I don't understand how this is so hard.
Hold up.
We
want
something, Shaq.
This guy sat here and said that if you add assists and scoring, LeBron's a better scoring than that. Why could we not talking about this?
I'm really gonna start running with that too, actually.
We moved past it.
I'm not moved past it because this is bad, bro. That's bad. That's just bad, bro. Like, why?
So Jason Kidd, all-time scorer too, then.
There's a kid, John Stockton, Magic, Chris Paul.
With my logic, they would have to be, right? I mean, J Kidd is all time. Like, J Kidd is one of the most fire, underrated players of all time.
And then y'all say I lost to Marz. In my head, I'm just sitting here like, how the fuck did I lose to Marz, bro?
No, you kept saying that. The only person that said you lost to Marz was Marz. Everybody else was just like,
I don't even think.
What
Mars
are you
said
guys
that.
talking
Mars,
about?
No,
you said that?
I 100% said that. I
No,
won.
you did.
Yeah, he said
Okay,
that.
okay. See, I didn't even hear Mars say that. All I kept hearing is you, Dub, saying, "Did I really lose to Mars?" Which got me thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe you thought you lost to Mars.
It's his
No,
guilty
it's
conscience.
just
It's his
I
guilty
did.
conscience.
This is what happened. I felt the aura of the room, and I'm just sitting here like, I feel like these guys feel as if I lost. Cause that's the thing. I don't really go off of people say. I just like read people's like body
Energy.
language. Yeah, the energy, and I'm really good at it. And it's like, man, I was like, I think these guys think I lost. Am I right? Now y'all tell me, y'all keep it real. No, y'all think I lost. I can see it in y'all face.
Like I said, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I didn't even know what you guys were arguing. I didn't even hear the question Shaq asked. I got sidetracked. So I was just hearing you guys just debate kind of just your points on Shaq versus Kobe.
Nah,
So that's kind of all I heard. I
But
didn't know
Marz
what
was
the-
going.
what
Marz
the
was
goal
going off the prime thing though. That's tough.
What's
So
wrong with
wait,
the prime?
So wait, where does Vince Carter rank for you, or like a T Mac?
I think. I mean, I don't really rank past like 15, but if we were ranking best players ever, I think T-Mac's in the top 20, 25.
Allen Iverson.
Similar realm.
And
Then why do you come at him for his efficiency though? What about CP3? I think you think CP3 is better than him. How?
Because he's a better player.
You think CP3 is better than who?
AI.
How is CP3's prime better than AI's?
Because I think there hasn't been a time where AI was better than CP3. I think AI's best season, he still wasn't better than CP's best season.
Based off of what?
Dub, you're onto something. Keep digging. Come on.
Wait, based off of
Keep
what?
digging, Dub.
Watching them play. What do you mean?
Because AI captivated the lead with his play, bro.
Don't just
Yeah,
stick
but
to where you were going. Don't bring up
John Moran has captivated.
This is where you lose. Like this is what I said, bro. A couple of episodes ago. Your premise is
just gone
excellent, and then you
went to
just
Statland.
Yeah, like that's all you had to
Push
do,
that
and you
way,
wanted to just
you would've
go.
got somewhere.
He captivated the league. You didn't need to do that.
Well, I hate going. I hate going.
Oh, if you don't like going to Statland, then you're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle. This is why Legend of Winning be doing what he be doing to you.
Bro.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hey, bro, I'm just serious. Like, why? I just don't get it.
dog. Drop the fist that says
think
Dub
CP
Zero wins. Should be your Instagram handle, bro.
That's fire, actually. Dub 0 wins. That's tough.
But 0 wins. You know?
Oh.
You didn't realize that's what it was. It wasn't a
No, I
compliment.
didn't.
Yo, Garth, that's legendary.
I really have to go though, fellas. So let's get up out of here. Chad, hopefully we can bring you guys another episode here in the next few days. Please like and subscribe, comment, and yeah, thank you guys for tapping in.
Once again, like the video. Also, I'm doing a giveaway. #Ron giveaway. All you have to do is put in all your games before the first game tomorrow. That's 4 o'clock. If it's after 4, if it's 4:01.